time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac 2. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Baby said she need a nail, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull massive. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey.
What's the deal, people? It's your boy, the one and only, your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, aka the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. Welcome back to another episode of the VwP podcast. As always, we got the team in the building. We got Messiah the Great. He here to lead the way. We got Cali the one, not the two, Mr. Light Skin himself. And we got a very special guest in the house. We got a very viral guest in the house. We got the one and only, the beautiful Miss Katie in the building. Yes, round of applause.
Talking about yourself.
You know. Katie, what's going on? How you doing today?
I'm loving today. Today's fucking sunny in paradise, right?
It's paradise. Look, she got the accent. Where you from? Let the people know where you from.
I'm from West Hollywood, California. Can't you tell?
Where you originally from? We know where you migrated to, but where you originally from?
I'm from the UK.
You from the UK?
Yeah. I practice my accent every day.
Oh,
I've lived out of the country for 20 years, so.
Oh, sheesh. So you got to keep that.
Can't lose that. Huh?
Yeah, you definitely can't lose that.
Yeah.
That give you a little edge.
That's going to keep you distinct.
Jones every day and, you know.
Can you talk in like an American accent?
No, you don't want to hear that.
No.
We might want to hear that.
Yeah. No, you don't want to hear it. Maybe after a couple of cognacs, right? We get a bit slippery.
Yeah, so very interesting story on how I ran across Katie. We was in West Hollywood at some bar. You remember the name of the bar?
The Naughty Pig.
The Naughty Pig. There it was. I was over there having drinks, and I look across 2 tables down, and I see this woman with a cape on, like a superhero cape. So you know me, the social butterfly. I'm like, I gotta figure out what's going on with this cape. So I go over, introduce myself, and I'm gonna let her pick up the story about the cape, because she actually has one on. You want to show the audience, or?
Well, today I'm wearing a kimono.
Okay, it's a kimono.
But the other day I was wearing a cape, and I'm obsessed with capes, and I think we should all be our own superhero. But I've been starting to make capes based off of a couple of artists that live in West Hollywood. One is Loretta Young. She was very famous in the 1940s. Ooh, someone's calling. Is it your mom?
Definitely won't be mom's.
And then there was a fashion designer who was making Loretta Young's clothes. And so I got a West Hollywood grant and I remade like the cape dresses. And now I'm obsessed. Like I cut t-shirts up, put capes on. Everything's got capes. Capes and kimonos. No, for sure. Yeah. So just imagine you in West Hollywood and you see somebody over here with just a big ass cape on. Like it was a catchy, eye-catching cape at that. It wasn't like just some Dracula cape. It was kind of stylish. I'm like, what is this? This the new Fendi? I want a Dracula cape now.
I mean, you got the eyes. You definitely got the eyes. Hypnotizing.
You know, Hollywood, you don't know what to expect out there. It's always something different.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah. True.
Now, I see this book on the table. You also let me know. Well, I'm going to let you tell it. Let them know about the book.
Do you remember?
The
how
business.
How tipsy were you at that
You know
point?
what? I was a little.
It was 12 o'clock.
I was about 2 or 3 old fashions in, so I was a little, I was a little tipsy. But apparently, you and your partner, which she's not here. I guess where's your partner?
She's just got back from Boston and flies to Denver tomorrow. So like she's been touring with her job. And I'm left holding the fort with the book. So you just got me today, and I am not the expert at drinking at all. She's the expert. I'm all the other things.
She's more than enough, though. But shout out to your partner. What's her name?
Sarah Ella Mangoni.
Shout out to Sarah. So you guys have your own cocktail book?
Yep, we do.
Where you guys make your own cocktails? And I'll let you get the background on that. How did this come about?
So it happened 7 years ago. I was like between jobs, between jobs as any creative, I start working like on an idea that I've had, and then it got shelved. And then in COVID, because obviously the devastation with all the bars, well, everybody, right? But all your bartender friends have not been in action, and that's what, that's their thing, right? To talk to people. So I got it greenlit to create a book with the community, the whole of West Hollywood. So we were sponsored by the city, by the tourism board, and it was to really celebrate all of our bartender friends, the bars. So there's 54 recipes in this book from our bartender friends and restaurants and hotels. And there's also like history nuggets that tell you the history of the past, present, and future of the land. So they're like kind of very just short little nuggets about, it's for tourists, right?
Right.
And it's also for locals who may have disengaged with the community during that time. So many places are coming and going too. We've got lots of closures everywhere. And it's not just Hollywood, it's all over the country, all over the world. We're going through some sort of devastation. So it's nice to celebrate people where we can.
That's viral. That is definitely viral. So you guys actually made the news off of this. Was it KTLA 5 or?
Yeah, that's when I was in the Cape outfit.
Exactly. I remember looking it up.
Of TV. In fact, it was my flaming flamingo outfit.
Flaming flamingo.
We
That's
should have had that clip.
Yeah, pull it up.
for
man.
sure. I mean, I could pull it up. It's on her Instagram. But that's actually dope. Did they reach out to y'all or did you reach out to them?
I've been hitting the PR hard, so I stalk everybody, which is kind of how I ended up here today. I stalked the motherfucker, right?
Stalker's gonna stalk. Talk about that later though.
Well, would you like some cognac? Because you did ask me to bring cocktails. And as I said, Sarah is my cocktail person. I do everything else. But what I can bring is booze.
Oh, okay.
You want to try some of this?
Yeah. Pour us up.
Okay.
What bottle is this? Because this is a very special bottle.
This is first edition of Martingale Cognac. And I don't know whether you know an awful lot about cognac.
Absolutely not. I just know they pour it and I drink it.
That's it. Yeah.
My kind of guy.
They pour it and I drink it.
I've got to try and pour this through the mic. Okay, whoops. I told you I'm not a bartender.
Ruckus, what's the deal, man? Ryan,
you gotta get your
what's
shit
going
together,
on?
man.
I know, man. Come on, man. We told niggas got to be on time this week. Hey, is it possible to get him in?
Yeah,
Thank
like
you.
a chair.
Yeah.
Let me,
Yeah, like he can split the mic right there?
let me try.
Do you have
no.
a spare cup for some brandy?
Yeah, she good. Yeah, hey, come on. We home right now. Don't even worry about it. Post-production. Hey, look. What I'll tell y'all about Ruckus, man, anything to do with black-owned anything, Ruckus ain't never going to be on time to it.
That's how we get with black people. What, you want to get a good toast?
Yeah, let's get a toast.
Man.
Let's get a toast. Go ahead, lead the toast.
Lead the toast to new friendships.
New
and
friendships.
going viral.
Friends.
Yeah.
Let me see
what it tastes like.
Let me see what this tastes like.
Cognac.
Let me swirl it a little bit.
So yeah, this is from a 100-year generation family. They've been growing their own grapes and supplying them to other cognac. And then they've started doing their own brand.
It's kind of smooth though.
You know what? This is smooth, and I do taste the grapes. I ain't even gonna cap. I was waiting on the bitterness, but I got a grapey type of aftertaste instead. This is low key
Cap, I
fire.
don't taste no grapes.
Straight alcohol. But it's good though. It's smooth.
Hey,
though.
it's all in the
so
swirl.
smooth.
You gotta swirl it a little bit.
It's actually good. It don't burn. You feel me? That's
Did
Mm.
decent.
it burn your throat? Good?
Nah, it's good. It's smooth. Yeah.
So they made it with grapes. That's what you said?
Yes.
Because I just went wine tasting in Mexico.
You did?
Yeah.
Wine came from
What did you
a
learn?
lot of the grapes. right?
I learned there was one place who they made sure to keep the barrels, I guess, the older barrels, that way that it somehow kept the taste of all of the wine over time, and so I guess that made it more pungent or stronger, stuff like that. I learned. I went to somewhere that had it was like an underground wine cellar that was still adobe, so all of the old, like I guess clay or how they
You can
build
go
it,
here.
and that's how they
Yeah.
kept it insulated as well. So a lot of cool things like that I learned the last time I went.
Oh, look at you, real eloquent and
It was
but
real
you know,
cool.
surprisingly,
Come to the science of the shit.
surprisingly, I've been wine tasting too, and wine tasting is actually underrated. If you want to get drunk, but like a classy type of drunk, and impress the your lady or your potential lady on a date, go to wine tasting. I actually went to Napa Valley.
Okay,
and
you did it big.
Yeah, I had to go to the
He went
source.
to the homeland.
Yeah, I had to go to the homeland.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
you
for sure.
good. Oh yeah, you good.
This is fire. I gotta pour some more of this.
Bloody South. It's all yours after this.
No, it's
your gift.
ours. Yeah,
And
for
then,
sure.
if you want to shift both of y'all just a smidge this way, and we'll give him a little bit more space.
Just
I mean, we
Damn,
got
see, I was gonna grab. He got the same glass. I was gonna grab my shit.
we got to smidge a lot for his big ass.
Yeah. I'm just.
Look, he's sweating
Still
already.
sweating.
He ain't said a word. He's sweating. They said a word.
You trying to be too fit with the
I
clothes?
don't have another glass, but is there a glass?
Yeah,
that
let
we keep
me
Awesome.
grab. Let's check real quick.
So
I don't drink, so that's
don't?
what I'm saying. I have nothing to.
oh yeah, he has
The only
nothing
thing I can
to.
talk about is how you guys are black and don't know about cognac. That's embarrassing.
Yeah. Hey, let me readjust.
We should be.
That was a
Oh,
shame.
gay. All they got
That
to
was a shame.
You can drink E&J.
As much as our mamas and daddies used to drink cognac, we should
Our mama didn't drink.
Drink that,
Yeah.
Oh
live
yeah.
right now.
Oh shit, we are.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not live, but
I
No,
thought
we
we
not
paused
live.
for
you
like
good.
a
Just
second.
this.
Right.
Yeah, you had to get it back
Hennessy,
together.
Cognac.
Yeah, Hennessy cognac.
That's
I'm not a
what
I'm not a
drink.
I know. I'm not a Henny nigga though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm Easty. I fuck with the Henny, man.
Nah, Henny trash.
So it's
Yeah, it is now,
Henny is
but
responsible for 90% of the births in the black community. Y'all know. Most of us wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for cognac. So
Yeah.
you embarrassed the whole culture talking about the culture all the time.
Nah, facts. I'm not an alcoholic, but
It's
you know.
like 95 degrees outside.
I know. Can they turn the air on?
Do I have
he said
permission?
it's on
Do I have
already.
permission to sweat at 95
You
degrees?
just gotta stay still for a
CG,
second.
hey, Byron, do I have permission to sweat at 95 degrees?
At 95.
That ain't just fat sweat. That sweat is.
That might be fat sweat. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
It depends on where you sweating from.
95 and probably the underarm should be about it.
Nah, he perspired from his neck.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I don't got no sweat. Listen, give me credit. I don't got
Hey,
no
once you
sweat
get the
patches
wiping
under
with
the
the,
arm.
and this how you know you
do
fat
that,
nigga. When you walk around with the towel, that's something different.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
hot.
You know,
Yeah, he pulled the towel out the back. You know, yeah, he fat as hell.
Yeah, if you wanna like.
Gonna be
I
screwed.
gotta maintain my title as the best looking person on this podcast.
I kind of shifted it to give him a little more room, so we got
All right.
I mean, it's usually me, but Katie in the building, so she got the title right now.
Aw, bless
But you
you.
know.
Yeah, now we good. Yeah.
I'm just embarrassed by y'all.
Quit saying you embarrassed.
I
nigga.
know you goofy
ass.
She asked about one fucking
You
drink.
guys are black.
She asked about one drink. And
You
then-
are black. You are black.
Hey, we rolling?
He is almost
Yeah.
half
Oh, I thought
black.
we was rolling the whole time.
No, no,
That's
we
what you
is,
said.
we
That's what
is.
you said
How do
break
black
time.
people not
Yeah.
know about cognac?
No, we finna keep all this.
Nigga, that's all I'm saying. We watched Friday. The nigga said, "Don't make me spill my yak." Nigga, like, that's who we are.
Hey, look, this is the thing. We not trying to feed the stereotype. Like, you niggas.
And fuck all that. Tell that nigga to enlighten us then.
We wouldn't
Since he-
even
since
be
he got
here
this
if
shit to
it
his
wasn't
son.
for cognac. That's all I'm just
He
trying
gonna say
to
the
say.
white. He gonna say the white man gave it
It's
to him.
foundational. It's a foundational part of who we are. Cognac.
The white man brought this into your
Hey,
life.
if your daddy had money, you was conceived off of Hennessy. If your daddy had no money, you was conceived off of what's the next Martell's name?
E&J, yeah, that's me.
E&J, cognac.
No, you drinking bumpy face, you down bad, bro. E&J
I
is
never
like
drank.
great value Hennessy.
Function? That shit nasty.
You off the east side juice? Yeah, it's ugly. You do that, yeah.
Yeah, you down bad. Like, I'm not really a Henny type of nigga, though. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Unless it's Henny white. Like, if you out the country and you hit
Oh,
the
in
duty
Mexico,
free
yeah,
and you grab the Henny whites, them go. But the actual Henny,
Nasty.
they did something to the recipe. It's not the same. That shit tastes like straight gasoline now. Like, no cap.
That shit was never really just
As
good.
long as it gets you horny, dude, that's what matters.
Everything get you horny, man. Big fat ass.
I never drank in my life,
Pause.
so I always get horny. But
His fat ass.
listen, all I know is most people I know be like, let me go get the Henny, and then the babies are conceived. 30 days later.
You like Hennessy?
I prefer
She
Montreal.
can't talk. You put her on the spot right now.
Nah, she like, I ain't drinking that
I
bullshit.
also take wherever the sponsorship money is, so I will never say anything about anything.
Okay,
Right.
now that's the way to do it.
Look, I
That's
just
not
made a
adults.
whole commercial.
That's the way to do it. What is your favorite cocktail that's in that book?
Well, funny enough, it's a little controversial right now. The name of the cocktail. It was named the P. Diddy, right?
Oh, no Diddy.
Yeah.
No Diddy had to switch that up
Y'all should
ASAP.
have kept that name. That was a
Damn.
good name.
Yeah. So a restaurant Cortez on Sunset, in winter they run with the Bad Bunny, and in summer they've been running with P. Diddy. But obviously, controversially, it had to be changed. So they've called it the P R Nightmare
So can you elaborate? Why was it called the P. Diddy?
because it's made with pea tendril juice. And it's really fucking amazing. It's made with a vodka, pea tendrils, and a couple of other things because I'm not liquor based. But yeah, it's interesting how a cocktail book can navigate something very touchy like the P. Diddy.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I low key probably would have kept that name. I think
Yeah,
the
why
sales
did they
might have went
change
up.
it?
Like the P Diddy, yeah, give me 3 of them ASAP. Party finna go crazy tonight. P Diddy's on me.
Y'all
Niggas
should
drink
have bought
up.
that. In 30 years, that would have been worth millions.
Nah, super facts. So
that's my favorite cocktail. Yeah.
So has any bars picked up these recipes, or are you guys like in business with any bars up here down Hollywood Boulevard?
So the 54 recipes are actually from the restaurants, bars, and hotels. So we have taken their recipes and printed them in our book. So the idea is, so like if you were going to do a tour with me tonight, we would go to Tess and we would try the PR Nightmare. And then I would take you down the road and we try, Smash Tower from Sunset Tower. Yeah,
like a pub crawl, kind of like.
Oh,
okay.
A British pub crawl in West Hollywood. I'm with that.
You're good?
You're from Britain.
Could you tell?
I didn't know I was.
We might gotta test that out. I gotta test one of them cocktails out there. But look, shout out to this cognac, because this cognac is hitting like we ain't even capping for the camera. This is very, very smooth. I've never had it. And this is a 100-year anniversary bottle.
No, it's the first edition. It's only been out for a year, and
First edition.
the family have been making cognac for 100 years. So it's like I think they were growing grapes.
Look, got to it.
They're making babies growing grapes for Hennessy. So I think to bring the story back in, they were making grapes for all the other cognacs. Then they were like, well, let's make our own. So welcome to a product that's been well researched.
They took the M, man. I was gonna make my Messiah brand. Now I gotta come with something different.
Did your logo look like that?
Nah, I'm just talking shit. Yeah, but this is good though. Like you said, I ain't never had that. They might be on to something, man. Shout out to the Martingale.
How you feel about tequila? Light liquor.
Love tequila.
Yeah,
love tequila. It's actually something that I never used to drink. I mean, I actually didn't used to drink an awful lot growing up. And our drinking age is 18 in England. And I was, always...
Damn, it is, huh?
Yeah. So I was obviously European. We were drinking a bit before that. So I didn't really drink through the years I was supposed to drink for. And when I did drink, it was beer. So tequila was something that I always was just like, because it was like frat kind of tequila drinking. Then you come and live in California and you just can't get away from it. Yeah. So, I love a bit of tequila, mezcal.
Okay.
You know what?
The tequila epidemic came out of nowhere. I'm just like, everybody drinks tequila.
It makes sense, though, because of,
What you finna say? Because the Mexicans piling over?
Like that's where we are in LA. I mean, that's what it is. So I feel like that is the predominant choice of drink.
No, I was a tequila boy for a couple of years, especially what's the one with the bell with the bell top?
Casa Azul.
The Casa Azul hit the scene. It was a rat. That was like an epidemic in the black community.
Yeah.
If you wasn't hitting that bell, you wasn't popping.
What happened when you rang the bell?
The Diddy activities happened. No Diddy. With the women.
He gotta be careful
with the
saying
women.
that,
I know. I gotta be careful.
He said the Diddy activity.
With the consent.
I'm saying with the women. Like, no homo, no Diddy with the women. Cause I know they going crazy in the comments. But the 18 drinking consent in the UK, that kind of threw me off. Cause I was out there for New Year's, and the bartenders were 18. They looked like little ass kids. And when I came in the bar, I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing here? And then they had to explain to me, like, it's different out here. So you getting your drinks poured by somebody that looked like a kid, that kind of threw me off.
You might as well, though, be able to, because I don't see the point in you can go to war, you can do whatever, all those other things at 18, but you can't have a drink. I mean, I don't understand it.
It's some crazy stuff, because I think when I was in Italy, it's like 14 or something like that.
Nah, they ain't that.
Now
you 14, come on, bro.
They may be more like relaxed, like, because I know in other cultures that kids will drink, like you'll be 14, 15, they'll let you have a beer or something, but maybe not to the extent of like getting fucked up. But
Black culture, they drinking at 14.
Well, 7. I know people used to put beer in people baby bottles.
Babies, that's terrible.
Trying
to put their kids to sleep.
You have Mexican, right?
No, my mom's Belizean.
I thought you had Hispanic.
No, my mom Belizean and white. I mean,
you Belizean and white this whole time? I've been telling people you have Mexican.
Are you telling niggas?
Oh God!
I thought that's
speak illegal Spanish.
Yeah, I can't say nothing.
I never assumed.
I'm gonna say because Hispanics come out the womb drinking tequila. Shout out my Hispanics out
a lot
there.
Of Mexican people though, and they do come out the womb drinking tequila. So
okay,
that's kind of how I got on drinking tequila, because before I was drinking dark liquor, but due to hanging around, Mexican people, and in LA, like I said, people just switched to tequila, and then the 1942. The Casa Azul, the shit Hornitos, nigga, so many different tequilas that I've tried over the years. So, yeah.
Is there any specific Britain brand cognacs that we should be checking out for?
I don't think the Brits make any cognac.
No, they don't make nothing?
I don't think so. I think, cognac can only come from the Cognac region in France.
Oh damn!
So
she just taught me
I
something.
think they export to England. Like, but the most people are buying it into America. You guys are the biggest cognac drinkers, I think, in the world.
What's the big drink down there?
What, in England?
Yeah.
Beer.
Beer?
That makes
yeah,
sense,
see, I'm not a beer
I
drinker.
love beer.
You said you
That's
guys
my
mean black people?
I did.
What'd you say?
She said you guys are the biggest cognac drinkers in the world.
I was just going off the back of what you were saying.
That
I
was
just
a big
leaning
deal.
into
Oh,
that.
you were but it's the truth. You know how much unregistered cognac we drinking? Like
Unregistered cognac is crazy.
What I mean is not recorded.
Unregistered cognac is
There's
crazy.
females in our community that drink 3 bottles of cognac in one night. They hardened.
Who are these people?
Listen, man, you'll never meet them. You and them will never be in the same room at the same time, but believe they exist.
So out there, beer is like, that's regular. That's like you eat that with a meal, almost, right? People
I know.
eat it
I
like
think
that.
I think most people would drink wine with meals. Like, I
Okay.
think that's a bit wanky, but you know, but beer's a bit hard to drink with a meal. Like, unless it's like paired quite well.
Like
No,
bar
no.
food.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do the beer. That shit
I
disgusting.
love
Really?
beer too, because my pops drank beer a lot. So that's kind of how I started drinking beer.
All I think about with beer is you get a fat stomach.
It's very
Not
true.
facts, yeah.
So what is it like? IPAs or is specialty
strong.
type of beers down there?
Well, I think that and cider too. The big cider community, but it is IPAs. We drink our beer, like our ales, a little warmer, which is why we're notoriously known for drinking warm beer. But it's because the ale has to be a certain temperature, which is not cold.
I have a fact. Now this I know for a fact.
Okay, go on.
I know why you guys are notorious beer drinkers
Why?
in Europe, in Scandinavia, because back in the day, your water was so dirty that you had to actually, you had to like literally ferment it so it can be, so you could drink it. And so people actually drank beer instead of water.
Where did you get this fact from?
Look it up. Saxons.
That's
Saxons,
crazy.
Yeah.
No, Saxons, Vikings, all you guys did the same thing. The water was dirty, so they would only drink beer. Even kids would drink beer way back in the day because you would die if you drink the water.
Is that fact or
This
fiction
is
in
a
your
fact.
mind?
I gotta do my research on that because I
This
never
is a
heard
fact.
that one.
Look it up.
That's big.
Look it up.
Let me ask you this: as far as the culture between the UK and the US, which do you like better? You said you've been gone from the UK for like 20 years.
Yeah. I lived in Australia for 10 years and I've lived out here for 10 years. I think I grew up watching too many American movies. I love America. I do. You know, you good?
Yeah, I'm
Real
sorry.
good.
Like the drink getting to you.
I just
ain't
think
drink, that shit ain't doing
just
nothing.
everybody seems a lot more happier. Like I know it's
think
an
so?
illusion. Yeah. I think your spirit is a lot more like, jovial and a little bit
Yeah,
more.
think about it though, yeah.
Which is
Hell
sad.
no.
I don't know.
Every place I go, they're more happy and more peaceful than people out here.
But that's because
in
we're
my
coming
opinion.
from. That's
You
because we
are-
come from
No.
America, so I think we take it for granted a little bit, and then other people see it as like that.
No,
that
and when I go
place.
out to other places, they say, "What am I going out there for? Ain't that where everybody kill themselves?" Like they don't want to be out here. They think we out here losing our damn minds.
You're the exception on this podcast because they all hate America. I love America.
Oh,
I
you guys
understand.
hate America.
Don't say who
They
you
don't hate
speaking. Who
it,
you
but
speaking
they always
for?
complain about America.
Nah,
Don't-
get
don't-
off,
Me, I'm
nigga.
with you. I think America's great. I think it's the best place ever.
Man,
Nah,
Brandon, stop
that's-
speaking for us, girl.
That's crazy that she say that because the people in the UK way nicer than the US and they seem to be more joyous. But one thing I did notice the weather. It was like I didn't see the sun the whole time I was out there. Maybe it was because the season, but the geographics, like how the buildings, it all look like Harry Potter shit, and it's just gloomy 24/7. I would think more people would be depressed, but they was actually out there happy and cool and more respectful. Out here, people was like mad 24/7.
They being nice to you, so you'll come back and spend your money.
Nah, but
Probably, maybe.
But to the extent, like she was saying, the energy is low. It's like damn near everybody on the same vibration. Like I think we go through so much out here, you ain't got a choice but to make yourself be happy. Like for the most part.
Yeah. Or out here, maybe I don't know how that is in the UK. I never been, but I feel like out here it's full of like distractions, like all day. Kind of keeps people from
Reality.
So you got you go from the morning, you go get your little coffee, you get your little snack, you get the little trinkets you get throughout the day to keep you kind of
You've been
going.
sold commercialism.
Yeah,
Listen,
pretty
you've
much
been
more
born on
so.
it, yeah.
The
Yeah.
UK, everybody act like that
Facts.
because they paying them high ass taxes. America, you got a little bit more money to blow. In America, you got fuck you money. You go to Europe, them high ass taxes, you really gotta save. Like when they take a trip, they didn't spend for like 3 years just to take that trip. We just be like, man, I think next month I'm gonna just take a little something, would not waste money on lattes and on loose women, and I'm gonna just go to another country. That's the difference. Like if you really sit down and talk to people from Europe, they will tell you like, bro, we really pay high taxes. We really don't have a lot of like extra money. We gotta save and plan and all that. So they gotta. It's just 19.
I don't know because the cost of living is so cheap. Everything was so cheap. Like I don't know. I couldn't see that.
How do you feel about the party culture, UK compared to US?
US culture.
You like that more too?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
Okay.
but I landed in Hollywood, so like all of a sudden you're at some mansion, like, and you don't have to get past or know somebody or be in some sort of hierarchy
Well, that's
of
for-
like
that's for
society,
you.
right?
That's for you as a
you know,
woman.
just but I also think there's something about being
We don't get it like that when we
Free for the ladies.
Free for the ladies.
200 for the guys. I know.
They don't appreciate. They don't know anything about class.
Are you talking about strip clubs now?
No,
Just
no,
like, what are you
We just talking
about?
about your mansion parties and
Yeah,
everything.
like we can't just walk up and get in like for us, but for women,
I
of
mean,
course.
you could dress up in a dress, maybe.
You can identify
that's-
these
yeah, that's
days.
another-
That's
yeah.
some Diddy shit.
Yeah, that's how.
That's that Diddy party
You ain't never
shit.
been to a mansion party before?
He not saying
No, I'm
that,
not
but she
saying
can
that.
walk to the front. You, hey, 200, get to the back. Unless
You
you
gotta
know
pay for
somebody.
access, right?
Yeah.
Now she got pretty privilege for sure, and she got that accent. So it's like, oh, she foreign. Oh yeah,
Exotic.
definitely bring her in for sure. She gonna have the guys buying all type of drinks tonight.
Brandon, how you felt about the your boy, man? The boy Biden got cooked, huh?
I don't feel nothing about him. Who didn't know that was gonna happen?
Yeah, now that was comedy though.
I mean, it was. I mean, we knew it was.
The
gonna
Biden
happen.
supporters didn't believe that shit.
No, they still don't believe it. They making up crazy stuff. I heard somebody say, what do you mean, black people? Why you calling us black? Like, it seems like the narrative of everything has totally changed now because it has to kind of flow with like what makes Biden look best. But does Biden drink cognac? We talking about cognac.
He does.
I don't
yeah.
know. He was at the Waffle House after the
did.
debate. I know
You know what? I'll tell you something. This is good.
that nigga with the Roscoe.
Trying to pull up a Roscoe.
Nigga was like that. Yeah.
He trying to make sure he
I
get the
ain't
black.
know goddamn well he don't eat no motherfucking Waffle House.
Dirty as hell there too. 3 a.m.
You could do this.
I think I asked Obama, hey, where'd it go?
What do I say? No.
I'm with the niggas.
Hey, no, this is what I have an idea for you. We're gonna give you some like I don't know. You could probably pull this off because you're from the UK. So there's a congressman named Byron Donald. He is doing a tour of America right now, trying to encourage black people to start voting Republican, and the whole thing revolves around cigars and cognac.
Ooh, I
So
would
they
enjoy
sit
it.
down. They go in a community of black people. This is how like synonymous being black is with cognac. They sit down with black people. They give them cigars. They give them cognac. He's black, and then they talk about political issues. You can literally look it up. So, like, what if we could get Martingale to be like part? See, I'm putting people together.
There you go.
We're bringing people.
Business
How much
minded.
does that cost?
This is why you pay me. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you pay you the big bucks. Business minded.
But seriously, get Martingale in there, and Martingale could be the official cognac of Black Progress, man.
I'm in.
Let's do it.
She said,
Would you accept me in there smoking cigars too?
They will.
In a kimono?
Anybody. I do jujitsu, so I know all about kimonos. You have a dress kimono, though. That's not actually for fighting. It's for looking good.
I thought it was called a
I know all
gi.
about it. A gi and a kimono is
Same
similar,
thing?
but a gi is more for fighting.
tomato type
Depends how
shit.
much cognac I've drunk. I can
Right.
fight after a
You
bowl.
got the little Mad Max shoulder pads on.
Hey, look, she get the oh God.
Those videos.
Take your eye out. Yeah.
Did you watch the debates? Or you don't fuck with the politics at
I
all?
don't follow politics anywhere.
She
I
can't.
live, I
She
live
can't
under
get
a
deported.
rock.
You on the rock?
Yeah.
Okay. That's that pretty privilege type
Question:
of thing.
What do you think about the show?
Yeah,
What do you
it
think about
is.
the show Skins?
What's
You ever
it?
heard of the show called Skins?
Yeah.
Do you like
I've
the
never
UK
watched
version?
it. I've
Okay, I
never
was gonna
watched
ask
it.
if you like the UK version compared to the US
Skins,
version.
I ain't never heard of
I
that
was about to
shit.
say, was that some Gen Z shit?
No one watched
sure.
it.
Hey,
Skins.
watch anything.
Black Card Revolt. Nigga.
Skins.
Say you want skins?
Skins.
Or you want suits?
I mean,
Like, what the fuck? You don't watch that shit?
But
He
I
was
watch all
suits. He
TV.
wants suits too.
I watch
like,
all
you
TV
watch
suits, billions.
I saw that one scene they keep putting on the internet.
How's your dating life been in the US compared to the UK? Because I know out here, it's like a disaster for the guys. So how is it for a woman who came from the UK?
Well, I'm going to spin the back to you. How was your vacation in England with the ladies, right? Did a lot of ladies, throw themselves at you? Because I think we always like something when it's in a different grass, right? So I do okay, right? In the dating. I mean, obviously I'm not married, but I do okay dating if that's what I want.
Well, wait a minute.
Hold on. Can I answer the question?
But you got to be on. She said I'm
not.
not married, so marriage is the standard for these women. Not like our women. They're all messed up.
Nah, we gonna get to that, nigga. Relax. We gonna get to
I got
that.
excited. I'm sorry.
I know. Look, you ready to cook? You ain't married.
Common sense is exciting. And
God damn. Hey, give him a drink. He need a drink. This nigga too excited.
That ain't
give
the
me a
energy we
sippy cup.
on.
Nah, for me, anywhere I go, they already was throwing themselves at me. I mean, it's just me. But if you are an American and you go anywhere else in the world, they're automatically throwing themselves at you because they're under the impression you're rich because you're American. Like my barber, he's Jamaican. So if Americans come out there, he literally told me, like, I will tell my sister, hey, you need to go introduce yourself and you need to try to, get him to want you because we need these visas and shit. So some of it be predatory because they have ulterior motives, but at the same time, I mean, that's just what it is. I got motives too.
out there with tomahawk, nigga.
No, for sure. I'm trying to slay something that night. So we both got motives.
I ain't gonna
Scratch my back, I scratch yours. Let me know something.
I think they love that melanin. I'm not gonna lie. Even when I went to Italy, they would just stop and stare like damn, they ain't never seen a nigga before. You know what I mean? So I think, like you said, either it's just me.
Exactly.
Like, damn, what the
They
fuck?
seen the niggas. They just know what comes with it.
They're like, why are you in Italy?
Nah, but that too. But then I was in another spot where the little kids was like, "Damn, is that what a Jamaican look like?" I'm like,
kids go be more real.
No filter, dark color, straight African.
Yeah, exactly. But the kids and all of them, they think you automatically something else that, like she said, that you ain't never seen before. So they seeing that in person. You feel me? So I just think that's why the rare is good. Rare is not always available. So I think they love that.
No, the difference I did notice was the attitudes. They were more welcoming, more open to conversation. It wasn't a battle to get to know them. It kind of like, hey, how you doing? And they're joyous to get to know you, and they're joyous to like talk to you. Where out here, you damn near got to fist fight a woman just to get her name, or you want my number?
With me.
We got to be drunk off the cognac though, and you definitely got to have a cape on. But how is it in the UK for you?
Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I ended up in long-term relationships from the UK. So I left with a boyfriend at 21 and I moved to Italy and lived in Italy for a year with that boyfriend. And then he happened to be Australian. So then I lived in Australia for 10 years with him. So, So I've been around the block. So I was, predominantly single, obviously outside of these relationships. But being single, I think anywhere sucks. It's still the same gross Tinder swiping, non-appreciation. I think it's just really difficult to get something across the line.
Well, women here glorify being single. They'll leave like solid relationships, obviously not perfect, but they'll leave something that actually is committed to go be single. Like this is blowing my mind right now because, well, it's not, but I kind of think that's why countries like where you're from have a higher marriage rate, lower divorce rate. You guys still look at being together with someone as the goal, whereas America is kind of like, I just want to be single. I want to go test things out without having to be committed to it. What do you think about that dynamic?
I don't know whether people are actually really happy and lie to themselves a lot. I think people can be in relationships for several years, and I know them, right? I know these are my friends. I think we owe it to ourselves to find a partner at all points in time that make you happy and be a balance. You shouldn't have to suffer in something just for perseverance.
But I think a big part, a lot of people relationships is that they depend on a partner to make them happy when they should already be happy within themselves. You get two miserable people that get together and expecting you to make me happy and I make you happy, it's not going to work. Now, if we both come in happy, I think the dynamic of y'all happiness will reach further heights versus every time you thinking I got to do something to make you happy.
Facts. I think another thing, a big thing in America is the materialism, right? Like I can buy myself a car, I can buy myself an apartment, I can buy myself all of these things to be like, well, I don't really need a man because what can he really do for me? If I can go get a degree and get a mansion and everything without you, then what purpose do you have for me? So I think the materialism takes out the real, the love aspect of relationships. That's what we kind of missing here in America compared to maybe other places.
That's facts. Because I think one of the key components of relationships don't matter out here. Like far as the undergoing values of what relationships to stand on, it's more about what you got or who you are.
Exactly.
Versus even when I travel and I think to myself, none of this shit matters. Your clothes don't matter. They don't care. You can go out there with the fly shit. They not finna be thinking about it. You can, they ain't got a million foreign cars everywhere. So it's just like, depends where you at. You don't even think about that type of stuff. And people out here is more so, let me get some shit that they don't even really care about just to impress other people. So like you said, I think the material shit is the problem.
But the thing with like you, you could I could sit with you and we could have a conversation about Martingale Cognac. You're just as engaged in that as a conversation about the latest fashion trends, right? Matter of fact, you might not even care about that because you got your own sense of style with the kimono, right? Whereas I feel like women in America, they are so programmed on like social media, they're told what they should be interested in. They're told that this should be boring. Like, real talk, you sit down and talk with an American woman about cognac. She's not gonna care. She's not gonna be excited. She's gonna be in her mind. She might entertain that for a few minutes just to see what she could get from you. But like American women, in my opinion, and not even just American women, but in American like dating, it seems more like there's no attention given to the nuance. It's all about like a set goal. Everything revolves around transaction. It's all transactional. What can I get out of this person while giving as little as possible? That's what I feel dating is.
Yeah, she not gonna want to. She not gonna want to. She not gonna want to talk about the cognac. She gonna be like, "Is you gonna buy me something?"
No, I was about to say they care about the cognac if the bottle's free.
Yeah,
Get that understood. They care about it if the bottle's
But
free.
it depends though, because they gonna be like, man, this nigga a goofy. I'm gonna finesse this nigga out of bottle. Because they gonna think you a weirdo. Anyway,
Nah, but
depending if you trying to have an intelligent conversation, majority of them are not gonna go there with you. Or probably can't even comprehend those type of conversations. So you have to keep it damn near dumbed down at a level that they can relate to for them to have interest in you.
So you're finding them surface level?
For the most part, yeah, it's rare that you find a lot of people with substance.
Is the hookup culture as big in the UK as it is out here? Like you said, with the endless Tinder swiping and, we might have a honeymoon phase for a week and then they ghost you, or we hook up and then it's on to the next swipe. Yep. Like it's the same out there?
Same in there, same in Australia. I think it's same world. It's like
I'm thinking that too.
I think we've just lost, I don't know, the old fashioned qualities. Like when I met my ex, like we arranged to meet in Leicester Square in England, right? And I got Burger King and he got McDonald's, and we were like, but it's just across the way. And eventually we figured out, and then we ran to each other. It was kind of very movie-like, right? But this is like fucking before like mobile phones. Uh-huh. So like before we got into, I think phones have changed things. They've made everybody like dispensable. We can just throw someone away. We can throw any kind of relationships away so easily. So I think, even though dating's a lot easier with the apps, it also makes it a lot more complicated because we just don't care. And definitely I've been slut shamed several times.
Slut shamed?
If I put out on the first night, I'll get judged. What happens if I want to put out on the first night?
I think that depends on the dude you fucking with.
If you put out on the first night, I think 9 times out of 10, most dudes will appreciate that. It's very rare.
Yeah, but you'll appreciate it in the moment, right? But then what happens next?
Well, for my personal experience, the longest relationships, like as far as like people I know, they hooked up quick, like first night type shit. Because we just in that type of society. We're not waiting 3-4 months. I know I'm not. And it's like, wait a minute, you slept with him on the first date, and I gotta wait 6 months. Not happening. You finna fuck me tonight. And if you are
say that?
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely saying that. Like I'm letting it be known. Like. But it depends on the female too, though. It depends on her vibes. It depends on if she's giving off, okay, this is actually you. You just fuck random guys first night type shit. Or, damn, she might just really be feeling you.
Nah,
that's that too.
Okay. Nothing's wrong with that. The only time we start to have an issue is when, okay, you want to be in that category, but then you also want to be treated like the women that's in this category, meaning they don't do that. They're respectable. They value family, because you got to realize the women in this category, they don't care about family. They don't care about loyalty. They don't care about none of that. So it's like, cool, we're going to treat you accordingly.
They are thinking about it. Maybe they're just running with it, but they think to get a husband, they need to play it that way. So maybe you're falling into a different category. They think they can have a relationship with you. And they need to play that in a different way. What maybe that female is doing is not following her natural instincts. And like relationships do come from one night stands. I've seen them many times.
For sure.
Too. And I think what we get into as, I'm not putting women down, but we get into judging ourselves that we need to now play this differently, this date differently, which is what you're pissed off about. You want it to be organic. you're gonna sleep together tonight, you're gonna sleep together tonight.
Yeah.
I don't even think that they wanted to be organic, specifically this dude. I think this guy wants a guaranteed outcome, right? Like, I want to know that if I do X, Y, Z, that's wrong. You know, I don't think like that. My thing is it's about chemistry. If you have, like, if I'm hitting all the markers, like, you're like, he's handsome, he's funny, he's well-spoken, all that, he's articulate. Dude, pussy gonna get wet, you know what I'm saying? And when it get wet, I want you to just go with how you feel.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Versus feeling like you gotta be ashamed if you just go with your feeling. You know what I mean? And that's what you want. But I don't even consider the swiping and all that dating. That's not really dating. Dating to me is organic. This man went out of his way. He sucked it up and approached you. You are so beautiful. You know, can I talk to you? That's where a date comes from. A date doesn't come from, hey, what's up, beautiful, or whatever on a text. That's just a hookup, no matter how you shape it. Now, you can have a hookup that turns into something, right? But let's be real. The majority of hookups don't turn into anything. That's why these dating sites are still so inundated with people looking for someone. Dating works. Hooking up works less.
I think the sites
It's a new
too.
form. It's a new form of dating, I believe. But
That shit ain't dating.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is
The
it's a
site
new
is flawed,
form,
yeah.
but it is people that have met people off of there that still deal with people. But y'all can say whatever you want. Yeah, it's better to go approach somebody. But a lot of people that go approach people, that shit still don't turn out the way they want it anyway. But to go back to what y'all was saying with the one night thing, I believe is how the woman acts after the one night stand that makes the man value or view her in a certain way. I don't think more men are judging it because you could deal with a woman. Say the woman made him wait, then the sex was whack. The bitch might be gone right after that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's a different approach. And you worrying about everybody judge you, they're gonna judge you regardless.
But I'm gonna say this: my longest relationship came off a one night stand. So, like I said, it's nuanced and it's different variables to a one night stand. We all know the one night stand where it's like, okay, this is the neighborhood rat. Like, she do this all the time. Versus she just feeling me and I'm feeling her. The vibes is right, and we just got cracking. It's nothing wrong with that. The problem is, women think I'm finna do that and get the owner of this Fortune 500 company. Like, okay, that's not coming. You know what I'm saying? That's where the battle comes. Because it's like, all right, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But then after that, it was nothing else. It's like, okay, this is a different caliber of man. And it goes back like the dating apps. Like, just say you're a regular guy working a 9 to 5. You talk to this chick that's on the dating app. She got guys that work 9 to 5s. And she might got professional athletes, like, and everything in between. So in her mind, she has options at everything, but she's automatically going to look at the guy at the very top, even though in his mind, I'm just discarding her. She's just one in a million. But the guy that's in the middle somewhere, that's the guy that really is trying to build the foundation with her. But she's going to overlook him because it seems like this option is here. But it's too many options. So it's an illusion.
But that's not necessarily true because you're basically saying all women think alike, bro. There's all types of women. Listen, I have sisters, right? There are women who are so narcissistic that they won't choose a rich guy because he's more successful than them.
Because they take control.
Right, because they take control. There's women who go for the low bottom of the barrel guy because they feel like they're more in control of the situation. So everything is not, this is not mutually exclusive. It's not all like just one big, it's not a formula to it. All I'm going to say is this. The dating apps aren't working because dudes are not going to, because women, if you give yourself up first night, men are creatures of habit. If I got you with the bare minimum initially, I'm most times going to only want to offer the bare minimum every time I engage with you. If you made me work a little bit to get you, I'm willing to work a little bit to please you. You know what I'm saying? Work a little bit to make you happy. That's why we got to go back to organic dating because that kind of sets the tone for the relationship. Whereas if I just come over, beat it up, now I'm just looking at you like that's my resource for getting some pussy when I want some.
I don't know. I don't think like that.
What?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think like that.
I think it's person to person because I'll go back to like you say. I just think it's the values of the person. If a person has certain values about themselves, regardless if they did the one night stand or not, you might have a certain ethic about yourself as a man, and if this woman don't align up with that, it's not gonna work regardless if she gave you the pussy the first night or 3 months down the line. So I just think it's person to person because a lot of people are moving out here reckless regardless. So waiting, it don't really matter.
Yeah, I think too the dating apps are flawed because I think the men are on there looking for a fuck. Let's just keep it 100. And the women are on there, some of them I would say are on there looking for a fuck, but also they're looking for a relationship. So you have men looking to sleep with somebody and women looking to date somebody. And so it's never going to really match up off of a dating app. Now in person, you know, that's another scenario. I think men who go for a woman in person,
They still want to fuck.
you want to fuck, but what I'm saying is you more so willing to do the extras to whereas in like, if you just are swiping and you see this girl and she's already in the DMs, it's like, okay, what time we meeting? You know, and then that's the case. When it comes to the one night stands and why I think they last or, you know, long relationships come from them is because there's a lack of expectation. Like I'm meeting you tonight. We don't know if we're going to fuck or not. We end up doing it. That right there is already like, oh shit, I didn't think this was going to happen. This was cool. And then after that, it builds into something else. Whereas in you meet a girl and she's like, I'm going to make you wait, or I have a 3-month rule or a 6-month rule. That's too many. It's almost like you put me through tests and hurdles. And ultimately, I'm going to fail those. So it's never going to work out. That's why I think the one night stand works more because there is no expectations. More than likely, she might be trying to come just to fuck too. And then, I actually fuck with you. Instead of being like I said, I'm going to court this guy or set this guy up to court me. That's kind of how I feel like.
Look, hold on. I'm gonna keep it real though. I don't know any grown men that's slut shaming women because they slept with her.
Me neither.
Like he got to be some type of goofy. When we was in high school, maybe, but as you grow, like a woman could make you wait 6 months, but she's the biggest whore. She could have been fucking all type of dudes that whole 6 months. She made you wait, but in your mind, damn, she made me wait 6 months. This girl could have fucked you. This woman could have fucked you the first night, and you was the first guy she slept with in 6 months. So who's the whore and who's not? It's perception. The perception is the reality. So it's not always like a one shoe fits all, but there is a formula that works more than the other. So majority of the time, damn, this works. This has a 75% winning rate. This has a 75% failure rate. The dating apps, for sure, if guys on there, we trying to fuck, period. And we don't, it's not like I met you in person, got your number. I know I got to work a little bit. On the dating app, I could literally tell you first message, I'm trying to fuck. And if you say yes or no, I could just swipe and go to the next.
It's like baking a cake, right? Men, we give women way too much credit, way too much autonomy. Oh, she gonna make you wait 3 months. Trust me, if you doing anything right, if she sets the 3 month probably be about 3 hours, 3 days. You know what I'm saying? She gonna cave, period, in my experience. The reality is women are wired to be easily manipulated by men. So when you're engaging with this woman, like say I engage with you, I'm engaging with you with foresight as to how I want the dynamic of our relationship to be. If I approach this woman a certain way, that's gonna dictate the rest of our relationship. So stop with the women. Oh, they do this and they might do that. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they do, because 9 times out of 10, they're willingly going to conform to what they have to be to make you happy. That's kind of like a woman's job. Like,
hold on. Let me ask her. How do you feel about one night stands?
I think they're fantastic.
No, that's
I think they're fantastic.
I'm gonna take a shot on that.
And they serve
I'm
a
gonna toast to
purpose,
that.
right? Cheers.
Cheers.
Look, they serve a purpose, and I've been on a quest for a long time to like unshackle myself from traditional standards, which is, you know, you're going to marry the first person you sleep with, right? That's my fairy tale planet that I grew up in, and like breaking those shackles and understanding what you like and knowing how you want to be in the bedroom. I think you owe it to yourself to find who you are and what you want, and not what someone else wants. If you don't want it doggy, you say that. You can take control of every situation you want, and we owe it ourselves to find those things. And I've been on a quest to figure out who my most authentic self is. So when I'm in the one night stand situations, it's because I'm maybe testing them to see if they're going to slut shame me, because I am worth a second date. But I'm going to put out because I want to know if the sex is going to be good, because I guess 7 years down the line, when the sex is gone, it's because I waited 3 or 4 months before. I want to know it's good from the beginning. Right.
Okay, let me ask you.
It could be anything. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, it could be anything is what we're all saying, right? Pretty much.
No,
Like,
but I want to go ahead.
No, but that's why I said person to person.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to get out one more thing. Like for the women that make men wait, I think it's the basis of that too, because you have women that have expectations of, oh, this nigga need to wine and dine me. He need to do this. He need to do that. Versus you might have a woman that make a man wait. That be like, well, I'm cool with going to the beach. I'm cool with going out for a drink of coffee. I'm cool with doing this instead of trying to break the nigga pockets. Because a nigga might look at a bitch that's trying to, oh yeah, you need to do this and do that. And like, man, fuck you. Like, and I think those are different dynamics of when it comes to women that make men wait versus the ones that don't. But 9 times out of 10, if a woman really feeling you and fuck with you, and the night, like you said, everything is going right, she wants to cap it off with that to see like, damn, can he tear that up too? At the end of the night, you're going to get what you're looking for.
Fellas, I'm gonna tell you this: if she's doing that type of activities like Messiah's talking about, where, oh, you got to take me steak 48, I got to go to room, and she's not putting out, she doesn't like you, bro. A woman that likes you is down to do anything just to be around you, and she's gonna want to put out. Now, to you with the one night stand thing, I think the misconception with women today, they want to be in that category and do those things and be free and find themselves and this and that, but they don't like when the guys that they want doesn't want to settle down with that. I think that's where the major clash is. There's guys who won't mind, but they always have a certain type of guy. And then when that guy's like, nah, that's not what I'm looking for.
That relationship to last, like as a person that would play those games to get that kind of man, you expect that to last 5, 10, 20 years. Because eventually we will be the person that we're supposed to be, right? We'll fall through the glass ceiling. We show ourselves. We can pretend every single day of our life to be something to get whatever we want. And I've done it. Like, I've got whatever I've wanted and it doesn't work out. So why not just judge it and feel it in the moment and go with the energy?
And that's what I was saying.
What
I was saying.
Even if you do the cup of coffee, my mind is like this. If we do a cup of coffee, this is going to be the best cup of coffee you ever had. It ain't going to have nothing to do with the flavor. Because I'm going to make this moment so special that you're going to be like, I want you to leave thinking about me.
That experience.
Like, I want you to leave thinking, well, this always happens with me, of course. But I'm giving y'all some game right now. I'm trying to help y'all out. But anyway,
like we need
she
help.
got to think about me. She got to say, dude, listen, this guy don't mean none of the markers. He fat, he ain't got no neck, all that. But for some reason, I just can't get this dude off my mind.
This is what you're missing, though. This is what you're missing. This is what everybody's missing from the conversation. All that shit sounds good in retrospect, and oh yeah, I'm gonna leave the mark. You keep forgetting she has 1,000 different guys in her DMs, and some of them are willing to do everything she's asking without gaining anything in return, because that's the only way that they can get attention from the women they want.
Who is she with right now?
No, but I'm saying she's going out with you, but then she look in her DM and he like, nah, we can go steak 48, and nah, you ain't gotta fuck me or do nothing. Guess what? She flaking on you, and she's going to steak 48.
If you apply for a job, you know how many other applications they have? But when that person get in front, if that person hits it on the head right then and there, they're going to disregard those other applications. That's the thing, man. That's why we're men.
Okay, let's talk reality. What is reality showing? Because online you have men literally frustrated they cannot get a woman to even give them a date without saying cash at me or Zelle me. So let's be real.
I'm gonna keep it G. I'm gonna keep it G.
To,
all my life, I'm used to women fucking with me for me.
Yeah.
Now you got those other men that feel like they gotta go out their way and do a lot of shit. That's why I say it ain't on me, it's inside me. Because a lot of people don't have that. I never had them problems. Now, I don't even understand how some of these niggas be going 10, 20 years or got a wife that don't give them head and do all type of crazy demands. Like,
okay, but let's keep it. Hold on. Let's keep it real though. In the eyes of society,
not facts.
They would call you or guys like me a pookie. Hold on. No, let's keep it real.
We keeping it real.
No, let's keep it real.
So. I don't think so.
No, hell no. I'm saying not now. I'm saying based off. Okay, we've been in the streets. We've been in jail. We gangbanged before. So they're gonna call you a pookie. We turned our life around to where now we accelerated past the squares. Yeah. But just looking at, if we was to write on paper our life experiences, they say, "Oh, you a fucking pookie." So the women love them type of guys. Women don't like good guys. Yeah. They like the bad guys. So like he said, I never had a problem with a woman liking me. Yeah, we live life on the edge. We the outlaws.
So why would you let someone who does not share your experience dictate how you feel about anything? That's why I think that's one of the biggest flaws with like the red pill community, the incels and all that. I don't have a problem getting women. I don't have a problem getting a girl to give me sex on the first night. So why would I sit down and sympathize and empathize with some jerk who does? If we all lions and I got to kill and you don't, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he didn't get no food, so dang, I feel kind of bad about eating this gazelle. No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you eat what you kill. Yeah.
It's nature. The ones who supposed to be procreating are. The ones who not are not. Let nature take its course. If they can't get none more for me, more for everybody, and that's the way it is. And by the way, I've been married for like 18 years. Right?
Don't try to clean it up.
No.
Oh yeah, baby. In case you watching,
Nigga just went on a rant. Get the fuck up out of here.
It ain't even about sympathizing or nothing. It's about lacing. It's more so about lacing niggas' boots that don't know, because it's a lot of niggas that's out here. They getting finessed. They getting all this shit, and these women is treacherous, and these niggas don't believe that. They see a woman that look a certain way, and the whole time this bitch probably got a killer instinct way beyond what he could think. So it's more about lacing them. It ain't about, and whatever they do with that game we give them, that's on them. They can take it or leave it. And we did our part, because you hold information that you know. Everybody learn from somebody else. So if we can get that out, it's free game. You know what I'm saying, for right now, even though the game is to be sold and not told. But we
hold on. Let me ask her. Okay. When you get slut shamed, what does that consist of?
I think it's not being able to, like, why can't we do it again? Like, it's almost like it goes back to what you were saying. You've scored, you've been the line, you've eaten the head off. And maybe it was terrible. Maybe I was awful in bed, but why can't you go back?
So you saying the guy, y'all hooked up and he didn't call you back?
It's not about calling back. If you, I generally meet people out and about. I don't do any apps. So if you're face to face with someone again, I generally would, the person that I'm thinking of right now that particularly slut shamed me is American. And I was turning from a 3-night stand into maybe, let's just see how this goes going for dinner, right? And I couldn't get it across the line. And I felt slut shamed because he's already kind of done the thing.
But did he actually slut shame you? Or you, see, this is what I'm saying. I think that's where the
You give it up,
that's
and
where the
then
disconnect comes. You gave it up. And in your mind, okay, we can move past this. In his mind, this all he wanted, and he wanted it to stay here. So now that it didn't move past here, you like, damn, did you slut shame me because we fucked the first night? But did you guys actually have the conversation of moving past this? Like, he said, yeah, we can move past this just to get in your pants. And once he got in, you felt finessed after the fact? I'm asking her. I'm asking the source.
No, it was a case of like there was a kind of a tentative date planned. It didn't work out, and then it was kind of like, and I just retract because I'm just like, okay, it probably wasn't going to work out the way it was, but like I was attracted to him, and I can't figure out why I'm attracted to him. So I was trying to put all the dots together, and we had great chemistry in the sack, but just couldn't. I wanted to see what it would work outside, but it wouldn't land. And I felt, he didn't slut shame me, I felt slut shamed.
Okay,
so all this was in your mind.
All that was created in your head. He didn't actually slut shame you. He just didn't have the same outlook on the reality that you wanted, which is what a lot of women, they do. They create this reality.
But this happens time and time again. Once you've sealed the deal, it is sometimes very hard to turn one thing into another. But I refuse to date and not act on feelings. So if it comes to it that we get,
was it the way that he like ignored you, or you get me? No,
the way he ignored you was crazy.
I'll be like, 2-3 texts, and then maybe a little bit it'll fizz out. Some dudes are just the next day never ever talk to you again. But at the same
time, if you're not communicating clearly and properly, a lot of women be expecting men to read their mind. For him, it could have been we was vibing, we both had a good night. I gave you what you gave me, and we had a good time, and that was it. And versus the woman could be like, now I'm attached. I want to see where it goes. In his mind, he could have just looked at it.
My bad. But I was intrigued to see what it would go.
Yeah, but more so, you probably didn't communicate. You just wanted to see what he was going to do, and he did what he did. He just left it at that. Instead of just communicating with him, like, I want to go further with this. He probably just was like, that was a cool one.
Did you communicate?
Listen, as a man.
You wanted him to read your mind, huh?
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
As a man, you have to, when a woman engages with a man, especially once you guys have already had sex, you have to be intentional, because we're not going to just assume, right?
Oh, God.
Like me, I'm the type who's like,
the man that's been married for 18 years.
Okay, so look, you got him.
Nigga, you're rusty, nigga.
Only someone who's not married would say got him, because this is what I'm telling you. You're trying to get what I got.
Got him.
Who can tell you better how to get something than someone who already got it?
How do you know she's trying to be married?
I didn't get lucky. I dated many women.
She said you ain't been in the field in a while, like the rules changed.
But this is why.
The field and marriage is two different things.
Oh, God.
No, let me say this. This is why our marriage rates are low, because we are now at the point where we're so dumb that we think the people who got what we want don't know how to get it.
No, that's not what he's saying.
Everybody don't care about being married.
Hold on, you just contradicted yourself. Hold on, you just contradicted yourself.
Let me finish my point.
I know, but that's a direct contradiction. You said, no, listen, you said whoever's eating is supposed to eat, and if they're not eating, they're not eating. So whoever's married, supposed to be married, and if they're not married, fuck them. By your own logic.
You're not letting me
Go ahead, finish your point.
I'm not sympathizing or nothing.
It sound like it.
No, because I told her she has to be intentional with men what she wanted to get, right?
Well, I'm always intentional.
Right. So, but you didn't communicate that. What I'm telling you is, if I'm married and you're not married, and I'm not saying a marriage that's like 3 years and we got divorced,
20 years.
18 years. Do you know how old I am? I'm 38.
What if she don't want to be
I got
married though?
when I was 20. So how can I get from 20? Like, how can I get from where I am now, where I'm getting smashed and I ain't got shit? There ain't nothing coming from.
Hold on. How old was your wife when you got married?
Hold on real quick.
How old was your wife when you got married?
Dude, she's 1 year younger than me.
Okay, so you was 20, she was 19.
Yeah.
So you weren't in the field.
No,
That's the point. You weren't dealing with these type of problems. You met your wife. I'm just gonna assume she wasn't ran through when you met her.
Okay.
So she was still innocent. Okay. She still had some, she wasn't 28 and
what
been.
I'm telling you,
you know what I'm saying? Been through 51 night stands.
What I'm telling you is that has nothing to do with it.
Everything.
No, it doesn't, because if you look at people's relationships not working from my perspective, because marriage is like making a relationship work every day.
No, that's a fact.
So
that's
I have everyday experience at doing what you're trying to do. Because in a marriage,
one
you're gonna
person.
Context matters.
Okay.
With a different type of person, bro. This is what you're not understanding. This woman at 19 is not the same as a woman her age who has been through different type of relationships. She's been through different one night stands. She's been through different heartbreaks.
Let me give you some wisdom.
Your wife didn't deal with that.
Let me give you some wisdom. If you think getting a girl who been fucked by 50 dudes is hard, imagine keeping a girl who you fucked 50 times. She done felt your dick a million times.
That's easy.
No, it's
she
not.
don't have nothing to compare it to.
Listen, this is what I'm telling you. But look at all we're facing. Social media and all the things that are making women undateable for you right now. Our wives are still experiencing that. They still have Instagram, they're seeing it. What are you doing to keep this person here versus going out there to test the waters? That's why people fail these days, because they automatically dismiss you. Oh, this person did this. Guys, it's harder to maintain something than to just do something once.
Let me say something. What I'll say is that with that, okay, I do kind of agree, because I do think that to keep a marriage is something that in today's time is tough to do, and it does show that you guys have the ability to, I think, compromise and do a lot of things that people who are not married yet do need to do and learn to get to that point. However, I think it's different than what we're talking about right now. We're more so talking about the field, which is, I would say, filled with hypotheticals of if I get married, maybe if I get married, when I get married, and there's a whole bunch of other variables where, like he just said, you met your wife at, if you're 20, bro, and she was 19, some niggas don't even lose their virginity till they 16, 17, 18. So you weren't in the field that long enough.
She has no life experience
to be jaded to where then it's difficult to, you know what I mean?
This is the facts. The only difference is you got paperwork. If you in a long-term relationship, you still have to maintain and keep up that relationship. The only difference is you went to a court and got some papers and got a fucking ring. But if it's people that's in relationships 5-10 years and still have to work to keep that woman and vice versa.
But look, this is the difference. Hold on, this is the difference though. You can't miss what you never had. So if your wife only had your dick, that's all she knows. Compare that to somebody who had a porno dick. She got hit with one of these. She been hit with a lot of these, like 5 of these, 10 of these.
Or not
and
even
then
that,
you come
yeah,
along and you got a shrimp. And she got to stay happy for the next 20 years with this shrimp dick. And she got hit with that viral effect.
Or just like you said,
It's a difference.
Let me tell you this. First of all,
Cheat on a nigga.
She's coming back to the viral effect. That little shit over there not working.
Listen, first of all,
God.
you know, you assume women are virgins at the age of 20, 21. This is
We're not assuming. We know they fucking at 12 and 13.
So, but this is what I want to tell you, Colleen. Most men who are married and get divorced, this is a fact. They get remarried very quickly. So all the shit you're talking about from a very inexperienced position makes no sense because most of the dudes I know who are married and they end up leaving their wife, they get remarried before their wife they left gets remarried.
That holds no merit.
No, because exactly.
That holds no merit.
Listen, they already got the qualities and they already know how women think. If I'm sitting in a house with a woman for 20 years, I know way more about how a woman mind works than somebody who's been dating different women for 20 years.
That
holds no merit, though,
that's
bro.
where I think the difference is.
That holds zero merit.
Married dudes who get divorced get remarried very quickly.
You know
How one woman thinks.
We're not debating that. You can go get remarried to another 19-year-old with
But
zero
these
life
dudes said they
experience.
can't get married.
No.
Who said they can't get married?
Is,
Why wife be mature?
hold on, let's ask the woman on the panel. Let's ask the woman on the panel.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay,
Long time no see.
so if you get, let's say you've been around, you done hooked up one night stands, you getting hit with mandingo after mandingo after mandingo. You meet this guy, perfect guy. Y'all go one night stand, he got one of these. Can you realistically settle down and be happy? See, she never even seen one.
But see, the moment she gets stuck with one, is no going back.
Let me ask her. Hold on, let me ask her.
Dingo.
She only seen the mandingos. So that's what I'm saying. That's what she used to.
Pickle.
That deal thing. So can you be happy and satisfied if you was to have to size down to one of these? He's the greatest guy ever, but all your life you've been getting hit with that hammer.
Or you're missing the point of one night stands, right? Or the beginning of a relationship. I've already slept with him. I know what he does. So I'm already happy with him. If he's the perfect guy, I'm already happy with him in the sack. What is the problem is waiting maybe a week to sleep with him to find out he's got a pickle, and then I'm fucked.
But no, this is what I'm asking. Let's say you say, you know what, that hasn't been working. I'm gonna take a different approach. And y'all done been on 6 dates, and you like
tried everything.
No, but what I'm asking is, would you be able to be happy with someone who didn't measure up with the past
Who
experiences?
can't please you sexually?
So if these guys been breaking your back, you've been squirting everywhere, like you can't even walk after, and this guy not even hitting the bottom of that thing.
But I think you're misjudging sex too. Often, I think there's a misillusion with having to always have an end result in anything in life. Not always coming is actually the end result. Actually, the physicality of having sex and being intimate is way more sexier. And
For sure.
And the feelings that you get. So why... It's not always about being smashed, right? It's not always about, all the, porn sex and things like that. So I think you can rework that conversation and be a bit more like the guy with a small pickle might be really good at, all the other things.
Could you be satisfied and commit to him long term if he didn't measure up compared to the past few guys where they did measure up?
But everybody's different. So
No, we agree.
Yeah.
But can you, because you dancing, so it make it seem like no. Can you commit and be happy because let's be realistic. If one guy's hitting you with the hammer and this guy don't, but he can eat the pussy a little better, but you're gonna want that hammer eventually. Can you put that urge aside to need that and be faithful to the guy who can't give you that?
Me personally, no.
And
That's my fucking point.
And exactly.
Case closed. That's all I'm saying.
One thing I want to
Majority of
respond
women
to.
feel the same way.
That's all I'm
And I
saying.
want to ask the women, can y'all keep long-term relationships if your man cannot please you sexually? Because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do it.
What I wanted to say to Brent, what I want to respond to you was that I think, again, you were correct where married men who get divorced can get a woman or get married again. But I think, again, when you speak on the field and then you speak on marriage, a man who's been married, maybe he's going to attract a woman that's trying to get married, whereas in dudes who are just in the field might not necessarily attract that. So I think you're speaking from your perspective, whereas we're speaking from the perspective of being in the field, where again, there's so many different variables. It's not just like I'm the married dude coming out here, because like you said earlier, hold on. Like you said earlier, you go into things with the foresight of how it's going to go and how you're going to dictate it. And you being married, that's kind of how what your foresight
You're
is.
intentional.
Therefore, that's what it's gonna,
Okay, let me
Go ahead.
let me tell you something, young buck.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I'm telling you from the perspective of knowing women. First of all, married men.
And your mama.
My whole family is dominated by women. I got 5 sisters. I got.
She been cooking you all night, little kid. I ain't gonna lie.
She actually knows I'm telling the truth, but she trying to help you. But here's the thing.
I don't need help because I've been in the field and out the field, so I know what I'm talking about.
Married men have their choice of all women. All women look at married men and they desire them. Married men are the type who get side chicks and shit that they can't get rid of. There's a reason for that. You guys looking at it like, oh, what did this dude got this and that? Married men are the best lovers. That's why women like, I need to marry this motherfucker. That's how women literally think. When they got something good, they try to lock it up.
One
thing I'll piggyback off of that is that when you do get a girl, girls want you more.
That's
But listen,
in general. That does not matter, married or not.
Hold on.
Piggyback on that.
Hey, hold on. Time
Married or
out.
not.
Time out. That has nothing
Yes,
to
it
do
does.
with you being a great guy or no. Listen, this is how it goes. In a woman's mind, another woman saw you as choosable. Like, damn, he has something that was good enough that she married him.
Yes.
So automatically, another woman she already went through the checklist.
Yes.
So in her mind, you meet the checklist on what women are looking for.
Right.
It's no different than the guy that walks through the mall solo and he's invisible.
Okay. Yeah.
But the second he has his son or his little daughter, oh, now you a chick magnet. Why? Because they know, damn, you are good enough that this chick let you spray your seed in her, raw dog, come in her, and impregnate her. Like, oh, damn, he was good enough for that.
It shows like responsibility.
Or certain qualities of a man that take care of a father. Oh, he might be a good man.
Women want what other women
The
want.
thing about women.
Women want what other women
What you
want.
gotta understand about women is women in their nature are geared to pursue resources.
No
so
shit.
So when you see a man who's married, he got the kid, he driving off in the truck, whatever. You're looking at this dude like he has enough resources to give me some type of security to build a life around me. That's what women want you to do. They want you to put him in a house and build a life around them. Right? Women will deny that, but that's pretty much what you. So when a man is married, everyone looks at the man. Oh, you don't understand. You gotta understand. That dude is like an A student, and a D student is telling him that he don't know how to figure out the equation. It doesn't work that way. Especially if the marriage has been going for a while. That dude's been doing what he does successfully longer than you've been striking out.
All right, let me ask you one thing. So if you're married and that woman is cheating, are you still an A student?
If at the end of the day,
Are you still an A student if she's cheating on
That
you?
nigga failed.
it turns on. It depends on why.
You gotta go to
It's
summer
not
school.
why. It don't matter about why.
You gotta go to summer school.
Can you be an A student if the woman is cheating on you?
Hell no.
Listen,
You could be married. And
Yes
she-
or no?
if the woman is
Are
Yes
you
or
still
no?
an A student?
I think as a man, yes, you could be an A student.
How is she
Because
cheating?
Because you
how
can't
that do
control
with
what no one
him?
else
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
she's
That's true.
gonna get
He's
her back
right.
blew out by this
But you-
A-list nigga with
but
the
you-
AD.
But listen, you can take another woman, pluck her out wherever, and put her right in that spot and let her
Can I
go
say
pursue what she
something?
wants
Bro,
to do.
she's
Brandon,
with
hold
you
on.
like you
Do
said
a house
for your.
fall down because you move out
No,
of this
she's
shit?
with you for the resources, but you're not the A student
But
because
this
she
is
has to
why-
go get the
but
rest
hold on,
of it from
this is-
somewhere else.
This is why I'm saying that what you're saying is different than what we're saying, because what you're speaking on is marriage, which is more nuanced. Whereas in like somebody before they go and move on to the next person, they might consider X, Y, Z, how long we've been together, etc. Whereas in I'm meeting this girl from the first night. If I don't catch her attention and do whatever I need to do in the first 15, she's on to the next.
Okay, but if
I'm gonna
you
keep
it's
it
a
G.
different- it's a
No,
different-
hold on.
It's a two
I'm gonna
different
keep it
things.
G. A lot of niggas is keeping y'all marriages together because they going to get their backs blew out by these other niggas and coming home staying happy with y'all.
Niggas like
ass.
me, let's clarify that.
Because if they wasn't, the bitch would be mad because you're not pleasing her in certain ways, and then be
Why-
there, like you
Hold on,
said,
hold
you
on,
might have all the good
why
reasons.
do you?
Messiah, y'all letting him cap too
No, I'm
much.
not
I know.
capping.
That's what I'm
listen,
saying.
listen.
That's a false
You
assumption that
never.
married dudes can't please their
No,
wives.
this is this.
I'm not saying married dudes
that's
can't.
not a false
I'm
assumption.
speaking to the ones that
I'm
can't.
gonna keep it real on the whole topic because this is what y'all keep missing. He's never been in the field. He been married since he been 20.
I'm
Listen,
generalizing shit
No,
though.
fuck
Yeah.
generalizing.
I'm talking to the
Hold on,
audience.
time out. Hold on, I'm gonna let you respond. on. When you met your wife, there was no Instagram, there was no Cash App, there was no Zelle, there was no OnlyFans, it was no Tinder, it was no nothing.
It wasn't ringtones.
It was nothing. We barely had MySpace. You didn't have to compete.
Hennessy.
Cognac.
They had Hennessy.
Cognac.
What I'm saying is, you didn't
have the money to afford that
listen,
shit.
listen, he was in war, they was in Vietnam, guerrilla warfare. 2024, they got drones and shit fighting war. It's a different type of war that you never had to deal with.
Let me tell you this.
You never had to deal with this shit.
Let me tell you this. You don't realize, because you're ignorant, that the reason why you can't secure the bitch you want is because there's probably a married dude fucking her.
Hold on, who
way
can?
more for her than
Hold on,
you
time
can.
out.
And she like, well, I like you, but I don't want to commit to you.
Hold on, time out.
Dude.
Time out.
Listen.
You know me in real life. Who can?
I know you're with.
Okay, all right, let's keep it real.
Wait a minute.
Don't generalize
The girl
that.
you want,
'Cause you
would
know
rather
me.
be a side chick to a married dude than commit to you.
Who, me?
I'm saying these dudes.
No, let's speak on
the girl
me.
you want would rather be a side chick to a married dude than actually be in a real relationship with you. So when you keep on discrediting married dudes, you're just making yourself look bad, because all the chicks who gonna watch this gonna be like,
I think
Ruckus is right again.
we're not just this.
How is Ruckus right?
We're not
Ruckus is all
discrediting
over
married
married
dudes,
dudes.
bro.
Hold on, let me ask her. Let me ask her.
yeah,
Let's
I
ask
think-
her, because I don't want her to get out the combo.
Sorry.
Who has more experience? The guy who got married at 20, lost his virginity at 19 and a half, married the first woman he got his nut off with, or the guy who done from A to Z, he done been with A to Z. From before social media was around, he was in the field, and after social media, he was in the field. Who would you take advice from?
Are you talking sexual experience?
No,
or life
I
experience?
mean
he
both.
has more
Both.
experience.
Sexual life, relationship. This guy only has experience with that one chick, maybe. High school don't count. Let's be real. We talking grown adult shit. If you haven't been in the field in today's time, in today's era, and had to deal with today's problems and figure out how to keep her around when she has the center from the Lakers talking about, yeah, I'm gonna fly you out to Turks. What's up? And you gotta be laying enough dick on her to where she curves that. You never had to deal with that. You never had Chris Brown selling pictures for $1,000 and this bitch going behind your back to go take pictures with him. We see it every
happened to
day.
you?
That never happened to me.
Oh, okay.
And listen, I'm laying the hammer on
He's
shit.
saying,
This ain't going on.
he's saying in the era that we live in, this is what's going on in society.
I'm just saying, me personally, Mr. Varro himself, ask about me. That's not even a problem I ever had. I'm just saying, for guys who do have that problem, I would take advice from them before him, because, okay, cool, you kept your marriage together. Your wife never got hit with one of these. Your wife never got one of these.
Hey, the yak got him lit.
I'm just waiting on a response.
No, I just don't
Nah,
think
let
you
her
can
go.
preach
Let
from
her
any.
go.
This is sorry.
Let her go.
I don't think you can preach from any angle, because you had to grow up with your girl. Like, as women grow from like 19 to obviously she's 37 now. Like, you've had to go through everything that growing into a woman is interesting, and to be like witness to that, you've had to go through those transitions. You've had to step up. You've had to change. So that's interesting in itself. So when you are talking from experience of understanding all depths of a relationship. Right. And that is just as valid as my single friends. I think I'm somebody that would take advice from like a well-rounded juror, right? Like I want everybody's opinion. But
I think
I'm not going to listen to necessarily you over him.
Here's the thing.
I think
That's all I'm saying.
Let her finish.
Or vice versa, right? I want
His wife never been flew out. His wife never been flew out unless it was by him. It's a difference when she been flew out. And then you say, hey, babe, I'm a little short on the rent. You might got to cover this month. And she like, what the fuck?
Listen.
I got 8 niggas in my DM trying to fly me to Bali. He trying to fly me to fucking Panama. He trying to fly me to Brazil.
Right.
And you short on the rent?
Listen, the thing is,
You never have to deal with
there's a
that.
thing called cognitive bias, right? It's where you know so little about something, you think you understand it totally, right? Married men understand that,
Okay,
right?
Neil.
So men who ain't never been married with no woman that looked at you like, you are now responsible for me. If I ain't got food, I'm looking at you like, why we ain't got no food? Men understand. So if I'm sitting across from the table from you versus say he's sitting across from the table from you, he already has all these preconceived notions about how you gonna think, and if you got this dick, that, whatever, what you gonna do. Me, I'm like, nah, let me listen to what she says. From what she's saying, let me deduce what I need to say, how I need to approach this situation based on what she tells me without realizing based on what she communicates to me, whether it be verbally or non-verbally, right? This is her experience. This is what she dealt with. Okay, cool. So, hey, so say if we smacked for 3 days in a row, right? Now I know that I gotta take you out to dinner.
This sounds like a married
I gotta wine down you a little bit to make you feel like, dang, he's not just trying to slut shame me. He does value what I gave him and what I'm bringing to the table. I'm learning that just by listening to you. This dude's like, man, I hit it real good, so she gonna be on me, so I go do whatever. Or you gotta, it's more nuance to this. You're very like, but then again, you're not married.
She just hold on.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Control marriage.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Trust and believe. If I wanted to be married, I could be married a long time ago. But trust and believe. This is what I'm saying though. Your wife has not been through the ringer like these women have. Your wife's heartbreak was high school and you. She didn't have 3 long-term relationships where she was deadly in love with these guys and they broke her heart and then she met you. And you got to deal with the trauma from the past 3 relationships. Your wife don't have a kid by another man that she got to deal with and she got baby daddy drama and you married to her and got to keep her around.
Okay, well,
that shit is different, bro. And that's what guys that at our age, that's what they're dealing with.
Shaming.
He never shamed nobody.
I'm not shaming you.
Listen.
He's giving you different perspectives.
You sounding like these ratchets. I never shamed you one time.
Okay, so basically you're telling me I got it wrong because I'm not coming from a place of time.
No.
Not that you're wrong.
Let me say
You're
this.
inexperienced.
Let me say this.
Inexperienced is what I'm saying.
How many dudes do you see? The guy was the absolute man from 20 years old to 35, 36. The dude is now 39, 40 years old. He was the guy with the slum. He was the guy taking everybody down. He was the guy laying the hammer. Now the dude on the internet. Listen, now the dude is on the internet crying into Instagram, begging his wife to come back home. What do you think? Because the person has a big penis that's not gonna keep going.
No.
Speaking, dudes with big penises get cheated on more than dudes with
Hold
no
on.
penises.
Let me say this. Let me applaud you. Number one, for being married from 20 to now. I'm gonna applaud you. That's a great feat. In a community where our marriage rates are the lowest. The only thing I'm saying is your advice is coming from a skewed perspective because there are landmines out here that didn't even exist.
So I think right
when
now,
you was single and in the field. So shit that the young men that's coming up now got to deal with. You low-key couldn't give him advice on because you never had to face it.
I think
You've never had to deal with. Listen, when you was in the NBA, they weren't dunking. Now these niggas Euro-stepping, Curry in the league. He shoot from half court. How you gonna tell him how to defend a LeBron when LeBron didn't exist?
Listen, instead of assuming what I did and what I didn't do, you should say, well, what made you choose this girl? Because I could have been like, nah, I'm not sure about this. Let me go try to.
What I think, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I think you are speaking from. And as a married man, I think since you've been married for a long time, right now you're speaking from ego. I don't think it's nothing wrong with you being married and being out of the game. And I think that's what maybe you're thinking that we're saying that's a negative, but it's nothing wrong with being married for 20 years and out of the game. But you have to understand that you're not in the field. Put it like this: a motherfucker who does drugs for 20 years and then doesn't do drugs, their dopamine, serotonin, all of those chemicals that are released is so much that off of those drugs, they will never experience that high that they experienced on them. So that's kind of what we're speaking to if you want to make the analogy of if I fuck the movie star, if I fuck the rapper, if I fuck the ball player, and then now I still go back into the field and now I got to go deal with Joe Schmo that work at the power plant. My dopamine is so released that is not necessarily going to make me happy, or I'm going to have to work extremely hard for it to make me happy. So that is the problem that we're dealing with as men right now in the dating pool. What you're speaking on again is from being married, which there's nothing wrong with that. But somebody who's been married for 20 years is not in the field. And 20 years ago was 2000 whatever. So I'm saying it's just a different.
It was
it's a way,
it's
a way different
20
time.
years ago was 04.
It's a way different time.
I was in high school, nigga.
Listen to this. What I'm trying to tell you is this is where you guys are wrong.
Okay.
The fact when I was dating before I was married, right? I had a lot of girls. I had a lot of girlfriends. I actually had a girlfriend.
In high school?
No, I had a girlfriend when I met the woman that I married.
In high school.
And she actually had a boyfriend.
Okay.
Right? Wait a minute. Let me finish.
my
Dang,
God.
you love
My
overtime.
bad. Go ahead, bro. I'm not gonna listen. It's the yak. It's the
yak here. Yeah,
Martin Gail.
Nigga coming out. Yeah, we been.
No, look. So look, this the most he ever talked on a lot.
Shout out to Martin Gail.
Martin Gail got
She had a boyfriend, I had a girlfriend, right? What I'm telling you is this. When I saw my wife, right? I went to my wife's house. I saw her mom, I saw her dad, I said, damn, this is some good shit. Cause I grew up with a single mom, like most of us, right? So I saw her. She had what I never had. So I thought, if I have a kid with this person, she'll be able to make a home, make a family.
Where she come from?
Because that's where she come from. So the Bible says a man chooses a wife. That's the difference.
I'm agreeing with you.
But what
I
I'm
think
telling
you know how to.
So you're
Hold on, let him finish, Kylie. Let him finish.
So look, I saw the best option. I saw it at a young age. While most dudes be out there cheating on her, trying to have these other girls on the side, I said, you know
crazy,
what?
bro.
I said, damn, I need to lock this up. This is real good. Mama, daddy, picket fit. You know, it was good. And guess what? I shot my shot on that. I swung at that ball and I hit it, and now we are where we are, right? What I'm telling all the dudes, we've all had that good girl. Colin, you had her. That girl, you think, damn, man, I probably could have really did something with her. And most of us blew it.
Nah, but
now
you
we out
still
here
speak-
Hold on. Address the point. When you met your wife,
It's like your
Hold on.
You had a good girl, you blew it.
address
You should've locked it in.
let's stay on topic because that's a whole lot of mumbo jumbo word fuck nothing. When you met your wife, has she been out the country on yachts with millionaires and billionaires?
No.
Exactly.
Most
The
women don't have been out
when my son come up, the likelihood of him meeting his wife at 19, she's already been flown out. She's already been on a yacht. She's already fucked the
I'ma say something.
NBA player. She's already fucked the NFL player. She's already had a rapper in her DMs. Like Ruby Rose was 16 with rappers in her DMs.
So-
pulling up to the video shoot.
what you're
Imagine
saying-
you're in high school.
Yeah.
And your high school crush, when we came up in high school, it was the dope boy that pulled up and was
That's the YouTuber.
and our fucking high school crush, he was
The pedophile.
the pedophile. Look, he was pulling up in the Apollo on 20. He was pulling up in the Apollo on Dove, buying her a little purse and fucking her brains out.
Fuck that nigga.
Now, it's your favorite rapper. So the rapper that's your son, oh man, this is my favorite song. He's pulling up to his school, fucking his high school crush.
Not only that,
And he has to get her to commit.
But not even on that. It's different from the
Come
type
on,
of,
bro.
It's different from the type of caliber of nigga you was. Because it's some niggas that maybe had 1 or 2, 3 women, got a piece of pussy, went crazy, and I'm locking this down, and made sure I'm gonna do everything to not lose that. Versus a nigga that get pussy more than the nigga that's trying on accident, where these bitches come a dime a dozen that I don't have to really think about settling down at 18 or 19. You might have just been sharp enough to like, well, you seen the value in her and lock that down. But now it's a whole different ball game, like you said, because they're only focused on the bag. She might have different morals. Her background might have been in a different space. But now you're in a place where if you ain't got it and another nigga got it, you might lose your bitch.
No, I think
Chris Brown told you these hoes wasn't loyal, and he's proving it with these $1,000 pictures that a bitch wouldn't spend $1,000.
Hold on. Let me ask Messiah, because he could attest to this. I go to my son's football practice. The high school where he at, these kids driving better cars than the parents.
Yeah, that's how it was.
They got new Range Rovers. These little motherfuckers driving, what's the new Tesla truck? The
big body.
Yeah,
These little
Cybertruck.
motherfuckers is 16 with Cybertrucks.
At 16, immediately, they talking about cars they get.
So you 19, you 20, trying to marry your 19-year-old wife. Her high school sweetheart had a Cybertruck. Yeah. You're on the fucking bus with a bus pass.
So that's what I was gonna get at. For
Come on,
you,
bro. It's a different field now.
Okay, different.
Let me let her chime. No.
Oh yeah,
She ain't got to speak no
Because she ain't got to speak.
Because
She the guest.
I don't yell over everybody else.
I know. Go ahead. That's what I'm
Exactly,
trying to. Because I gotta moderate off of the.
Yeah, I don't yell, but
Go ahead.
But you were really lucky, and it was obviously an epiphany. When you met her, you were just like, "This is it," right? The difference is, and my question would be to you: why are you dating these women that want to be flown?
That's not what he's saying.
Hold on. Let me
That's
answer.
not what he's saying.
This is what I'm saying. This is the norm. This isn't what guys want.
Is it?
No, what I'm saying is you meet an everyday woman and you think, okay, cool, let's just go have a nice little coffee date, nice walk on the beach. Walk on the beach. Here go my DM. Chris Brown, Quavo, Future, I got Offset. They're trying to fly me out.
That's a
And
prostitute.
hold on. And they're gonna take me shopping. I don't have to pay for nothing. I'm going to an all-inclusive island, and you want to go to Starbucks?
They're living their pretty woman.
No, but it's
So
not.
you gotta compete with
it's
that.
Not even about. It's not even
You know what
about.
I'm saying?
Dating those women.
No, it's not
These
even
are-
about.
these are the most
it's not
of the
even
women
about-
out
it's-
here
It
now.
don't even matter
That's
though.
not true.
But this is just in LA, right? This is
No,
Katie, this is around the world.
everywhere.
But it does not matter. Look, the difference is you had to, when we was coming up, you had to walk up to a woman and talk to a woman. A woman didn't have a million people in her ear like you do. A woman could have a good pictures online. She could be in somebody's suggestions or news feed, and they can directly hit her DM. Versus before, when you had to go outside and she will only deal with an X amount of people, maybe from her neighborhood and however else far she goes. Now you got people from across the world. You can be somebody from New York and you in LA, and they can just DM you, hey, I got this, and that, and she ready to go. She don't have to be a woman that wants to deal with those, but she has the option to deal with that.
He didn't have to compete with that.
No, listen. What they don't understand, what I know about women, men have no idea how many men approach a woman on a daily basis.
Man,
I'm
we
not saying
understand.
that.
Hold on,
It does not
that's what we're
matter.
saying.
It was
Wait a minute,
limited
wait a
though.
minute. Listen.
It was limited to where she lived.
Bro, ever since a girl has been 14, she has been bombarded with men trying to come after her for what she got.
Do she have more
when you
options
say-
now or then?
Listen, but when you say she hasn't had this, she hasn't had that. Listen, we don't know what women have had.
Context
We do
matters.
know what they do. They
We
don't
do
tell
know.
us. But I want to just let Kylie speak.
Yeah.
We do know. They had the people. They had the people at work.
Y'all
You had the
can
people
talk
around
about
your neighborhood and
Messiah.
wherever else you went. And that was
Messiah,
it.
What I was gonna say.
context matters, right? I'm gonna let you go right
yeah.
now. Context matters. So what he says sounds good in retrospect. Oh my God, since she was 14 out of period, guys approached her. Yeah, normal, everyday, average guys. It wasn't guys from New York, guys from Chicago, guys from Baltimore, that when she clicks his profile, he got a Lambo, he got a Ferrari, he's on a yacht, and he already, here goes the flight confirmation. Not those guys. These were guys that were just like you. And it's only guys in her proximity. So if she live in North Long Beach, she might have not even ran across nobody from East Long Beach unless she was at the Lakewood Mall on Friday night for the movie.
Excuse me.
It's a difference,
That's
nigga.
facts. That's facts.
Go ahead, Kylie. Now talk your shit. Now talk your shit.
All I was gonna say is, again, I think what you said is great. Like if I got a girl and I really really like her, and I see a future with her, I might come to you. But when we're talking about being in the field, it's still a separate thing, because when you're in the field, we are dealing with what he's saying right now, right? Which is the different types of men that you might have at your disposal to do what you want to do. So I think still you're speaking from a marriage standpoint and not a I'm single, I could do whatever the fuck I want standpoint. And when you have that kind of freedom, you don't really have any sympathy or empathy for nobody. Like if you, like he said, if you're a guy and you can't pay the rent, I'm gonna go to the next nigga that can, and so on and so forth. Another thing I wanted to say about, you know, people getting flown out and stuff, the crazy part is it doesn't even have to be a rapper or an actor. It just got to be a nigga with some fake jewelry on.
Nah, it can be a nigga with some
hold on,
cameras.
hold on. So it's like nowadays you have regular niggas that work a 9 to 5 that will on Friday, Saturday, Sunday be, I'm this extreme rapper, whoever, I bought the yacht, I did this, and that. So it's like you're competing even with regular niggas putting on a facade. So it's more than just, it's just so much more than just
Colin,
what it was.
Hold on, you got
know what I mean?
females. You got females so dumb in 2024 where they think if a nigga working a 9 to 5, he's a goofy.
Nigga, bitches was fucking
This
messy.
is
They
how
thought
dumb these
Messi was.
bitches is.
Hey, Kylie, listen. When he married his wife, he's at 20 years, so I'm gonna say 2004.
Yeah.
Scamming didn't exist. If you wasn't,
Credit cards
hold
did not,
on.
yeah.
If you wasn't a Nigerian scam through AOL. Let's be real. We didn't even have high-speed internet, nigga. They was scamming through dial-up. If somebody called your mama, she answered the phone, the internet was off. Nigga, what are you talking about? Right now, you go to Atlanta, if you have a 9 to 5, you're not even getting a date. Have you been to Atlanta lately? That is the Black Hollywood. If you don't have money, you can't get a conversation. Why? Because that is the land of the scam. So imagine you work at Home Depot, and then these niggas got 80 credit cards.
You just go to England.
Or go to England,
Yeah,
and they got 50 credit cards, and they got $100,000 on every card.
Okay.
And he's like, here, babe, which one you want? And you coming with your $900 Home Depot check.
But I got
like,
a hold
babe,
for 14
and let me
days.
we gotta go to the Waffle House. We can't go to the motherfucking Steak 48.
I got 14 days left with this
Your
$900.
bitch is gone, nigga.
Let me say this. First of all, what you speak about is the exception. It's not the rule. Every woman ain't getting flown out and all that.
That's a fact.
On top of that, if you knew anything about women of high caliber, which you don't, you would know
that is mine.
Women, this is the thing. If a woman,
You want to walk up the boulevard and see who can get the most high caliber
We're going to
women?
Naughty Pig.
But who
Like, we go to Naughty Pig. Oh God,
But
nigga.
who can keep the most? That's
Who can
what
keep them?
Look, here's the thing. Women who go deal with all that, they understand that they are not a commodity. There's something that they're fetish. That's fetishism. So most of those women end up getting burnt out, and they Black China. All the women you see who are living that lifestyle, 10 years, 5 years later, they burnt out. They're marrying some average Joe who's out here just like working 9 to 5. You might have a little business. Why? Because that is something that is done for a short time. You're going real hard for a short time. What I'm trying to tell you is this. If you are looking and evolving and taking
Women don't
action
believe
based
that.
on
That's what
what's
you're not
best,
understanding.
Listen,
Bro,
it's
it's
not
out of his
about.
mind.
It's
See,
not.
They
he's
don't
not in
believe
the
that
field,
it's a
bro.
short time.
That's the
They
problem.
think
not-
it's forever.
Listen,
He not in the field,
women
bro.
believe what you tell them. Look, let's go. Okay, let's
He
do
not
this.
in the
Let's do
field.
this.
He don't know.
Look, let's
He
go
not
to
in the
this.
field.
Collie, you from LA, right?
Well, I'm from the Bay Area.
Okay, but you been in LA, right?
Hold on, where you
let's
from?
Go, let's go.
The Bay Area.
You from the
Let's go.
Bay?
Richmond, California. I moved here. I've been here for what?
I thought you was, hold on, I thought you was from like Colorado or some
Let's
shit.
go to Richmond. Let's go to Oakland. Let's go to the place.
Hey, North Richmond to be exact.
Listen, let's go to Richmond. Let's go to Oakland. Let's go to Big in LA. How much money, how many millions do these pimps who got 5, 6 girls standing on the corner giving them money got? They got no millions. That proves that everything y'all said is total BS. Because
What? What are you even talking
You're not
about?
letting me finish.
I know
You're
niggas pimping
rambling.
that guy, though.
Listen.
I know, but you're rambling.
Listen, no, I'm not.
What's
Look
your
at-
point? Make the point.
Make the
Look,
point.
Listen. What
Land. Go ahead and
I'm
land.
gonna
Land.
What that proves is that this idea that women are only gonna mess with you if you have this much money and this car and all that, that is bullcrap.
I said
And the
when I'm
fact
used to
that you-
women fucking with me for me. I'm not saying that's
Right,
the only
but
way.
what I'm-
Messiah, this is what he's not getting.
But-
right now, listen, right now, when women are your wife's age, they're not interested in what you did with your wife. Why? Because they have so many guys trying to fly them out. They're buying bags. He's buying purses. She's going to this inclusive resort, this restaurant. She don't have to pay no bills, no nothing. So she's not going to give that up to settle down with the fucking guy stocking the shelves at Home Depot. You know when she settles down? Exactly when you said.
You know,
after she got ran through and now all of that expired.
What
And
I'm telling-
Brandon, keep it 100. You know, like we know, a woman to be the 4th baby mama to a nigga with money, than to be the 1st baby
Well,
mama to a
Hey,
nigga
hold on.
without.
Can I land? Can I land? Can I fucking land?
Go ahead.
Let me land my plane. She settles down.
You on a plane?
Yes, you want to get on it?
Viral.
I got a
era.
yacht too. Listen, when she settles down is when that experience expires, meaning she's now too old to be able to get the perks. So now she's 40. And guess what? These guys don't want 40-year-olds on their yacht. They gonna go get the next batch of 21-year-olds. So now she's like, hey, I got 3 babies by Pookie, Ray Ray, and like your favorite phrases, your favorite guys. I want to settle down now. And then they get a guy like you to take care of Pookie and Ray Ray kids and live happily ever after.
let me
But
tell
the
you.
guy on the yacht kicked that bitch off the
Let me
yacht.
tell you this. All you're telling us is that when you were younger, when we were younger, because we're like 1 year apart or something like that, you just didn't get any girls, bro. So you have a warped sense of what's required to get women, bro. And that's real, because we grew up like in the same.
Hold on.
I never heard about you getting no girl. But let me tell you this. If you ain't never listen,
trying to bleed you.
if you never done it, you don't think it's
Brandon.
possible. But
Hey, let me take a poll to all the women out there
that's now.
without even knowing us. Who are you getting on that flight with? Who you going on that date
They
with?
gonna say me.
Look at this.
They gonna say me.
Look at this guy.
They're gonna say me.
Look at this guy.
I'm
and
gonna
look
get out
at,
your way. I'm gonna let you
listen,
in.
look at this guy and look at this God.
Okay.
Look at this God and look at this
Shit just got
God.
real.
Let's be real. Well, listen, we from the same city.
So today.
On Jesus Christ.
So today.
Ask around in Long Beach.
So today. Look. So today you're saying who would you get up on? But what I'm
No,
telling you-
even back then.
Listen, bro, listen.
You've
bro.
been fat since back then.
Listen, you didn't get no girls, bro.
You've been fat since back then.
We could take an old picture. Next show.
Let's
we
take
gonna
an old picture.
picture from 20 years ago. We gonna post it.
You
No,
were
don't
fat
post
20
that.
years ago.
Okay, but you wasn't even muscular 20 years ago.
What do you mean?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Hold on. Time out. Listen, I got out of prison.
Average. You were very average 20 years ago.
I got out of prison at 19.
Bigger than he was now.
I was bigger than I
He
was
was
now.
fatter. He was fatter. He wasn't muscular.
Covers.
Bro,
I ain't even gonna get on that because that's my brothers.
Hold on, time out. This is my blood brother.
Tell
We
him how
slept on the
average he was.
same mattress. You couldn't fuck with me at no point in life.
all right.
That's including right now.
We gotta get the old picture.
No, fuck an old
Right,
picture.
you don't want to show the old picture.
No, I can pull up an old picture. I'll pull up my picture from when I was
And I'll pull up
19
mine.
and you pull up yours.
And I'll pull up mine.
And you look like you look now, fat as hell, no neck, gray hair. When you were 19, looking 40, and I was in my fucking prime. Fuck are we talking about?
Listen, but what I'm telling you is, look, even the women who watch this, bro, they're gonna know that you are very inexperienced with women, especially back in the day, because the things
You're
you
out
say
your brain.
are all generalized. Me, I'm being very specific and nuanced. Women are not dumb.
You were
They
married at
understand.
19.
Listen, women are not
That's
dumb.
pretty- that's-
they
I mean,
know
that's
a
crazy.
man who's
You
got
have
experience.
How do you have experience? Listen, how do you have experience if you were married at 20 and we're around the same age and I've been in the field?
Yeah,
You
you have
You're
experience
still
in the
field.
in
The
the
fact that you're
relationship.
still in the field proves that
Am
you
I?
don't got success. You
Am
not
I?
successful now.
Hold on, am I?
Well, look.
Am I?
As of a few years ago, no.
you know, we
but
know.
I'm talking about back in the
Off
day.
air, no, just for on air purposes, but you know me in real life. You know what's going on.
But what I'm saying, as the past few years, but I've been.
Do your name ring bell in Long Beach?
Listen, well, no one knows our names on here.
Oh, no. In our city, does your name ring bells?
Tell me this. Let me tell
listen,
you.
if you go to Long Beach, my name ring
Listen,
bells.
Let me tell you, you from a gang, right? Right? I'm from a rival gang to you.
What the gang got to do with?
Listen, let me
No,
tell you,
yeah,
let me
for
ask
sure.
you
You ain't from over
No,
there,
let me
nigga.
tell you this. Listen, I'm from a rival gang to you. When I walked in the house and it was everybody from your gang, when we went out, was I cool with everybody? Did I know everybody?
Of course.
Was we all shake hands? There you
No,
go.
but listen
That's
what I'm
all
saying.
that matter. If you
Hey,
look
on
over
the
and
record,
done
you don't
something-
gang bang.
Hold on.
But I'm telling
Did your
I know
name?
anywhere in Long Beach and I don't gotta worry about
No,
nobody.
Ruckus.
You don't bang, nigga. Duh.
Hey, look, Ruckus.
Got nothing to do with
When
that.
you married your
bang, nigga.
wife
Go
at
your
20.
No, I used to bang.
Hey, hold on, radio. When you married your wife at 20, when you used to bang, you went to the holding tank for your jaywalking ticket, and then you was like, damn, I gotta catch all these fades, and you put your flag down.
Insane was
That's
tripping.
why you
Why y'all
cool.
why y'all
Cause we
play games on
was,
this?
but when I say ring bells, I mean
We
with the lady.
doing Adam 22 right now.
I know, listen.
Yeah,
Listen.
y'all going too far with
We not gonna do
bullshit.
that.
You started, listen, you started banging
I
at,
turned down back in those days.
you started at banging at 20, you hit that county, you put your flag down at
Stop
20.
yourself. It wasn't a fade that got turned down.
All I'm
Hey, we ain't gonna go to the bullshit though.
we really not. We not gonna take
Hold on,
it.
back to the gas.
We not gonna take
Yeah,
it. Just
leave
trust
it
me.
alone.
You go.
Back to the
We not
gas.
doing that.
Hold on, let me get my
Katie,
guess.
what did you get from this right now? Something that. Hold on, let her speak.
I've just been quietly getting drunk and
Yeah,
and
we
mean.
cooling, but
I'm
they got some real internal beef right now. This more personal than anything. These
I want to
niggas
see
beefing.
these 20-year-old pictures.
These niggas arguing like Biden and Trump. That's
You
what
want to
these
see
niggas
20-year
say.
picture?
We got
I was-
phones. I'll show
Hey,
you right now.
we don't
I
even
was-
need a phone. We got a
Hold on.
Huawei laptop.
I was more
everything.
I was more fit. I ain't gonna say more fit.
was
I was
way ugly,
I was
bro.
bulkier with no facial hair. He looked just like this.
Bro looked like a.
He was still fat with gray hair at 20.
I'll give you got more style now than before, because before you used to have oversized pants that used to drag on the back.
That
of
was the
house.
style.
Everybody wore big clothes back
Hey,
then.
look, this how you know he a
That
goofy.
was never the style.
Everybody wore big clothes back then.
Hey, look, this how you know he a goofy. We wore oversized because it was stylish. That was the style. Baggy pants, 5X Pro Clubs, 4X Pro Club hoodie, black hoodie. He was just fat and had to wear oversized clothes. It's a difference.
And it was easier to keep the blick tucked.
He don't know nothing about that.
Whoa.
He put his flag down. But yeah, Katie, how we doing?
Next,
Katie, where can we find these capes that you make? Can we purchase these?
Not yet.
Listen,
I'm building,
We all need one.
building
I'm
a
like,
fashion
throw 'em on.
range right now.
Oh, so are
I'm
you
building.
are you gonna open a storefront or is it gonna be strictly online?
So we did the book. There's going to be a TV show. Then there's going to be the fashion line.
It's gonna be the fashion line?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Former fashion designer.
See, I need a
what-
viral way cape.
Yeah, that'd be
with the
cool.
words on.
Yes, I need the viral way cape with the.
With the
Matter of fact,
sweats.
make me a logo. You know how they got the Volkswagen got the VW,
Uh-huh.
but just innovated.
Oh, that'd be
Viral
cool.
way.
dude, you got.
I'm gonna come
Homie
in
off the
every
yak.
episode with the
Yeah,
cape.
he getting creative.
And look, facts.
And a bottle of Hennessy.
No, not Hennessy. I need some more of this. What is this?
Martin
this is
Gale.
cold.
I need some more Martingale. This shit right here.
And Martingale didn't turn the show into to a house party.
Martingale
Shit got
going crazy.
Real, kid. And Martingale is
I want
savvy.
to bring the
man,
wife
baby.
in.
Oh, damn.
You want to bring her?
She just put him on blast.
She want her on the show.
Nah,
I
for
don't-
sure.
I don't tell no lies.
No,
bro.
because I want to bring the wife in too, but I don't want to. That's not my place to bring it in because
Bring it in about what?
I'm trying to tell, bro.
Because she's saying you stating cap or facts.
What I'm basically trying to tell, bro, his view is skewed. It's like, all right, when you were in the league, the tuck rule didn't exist. You can blow the quarterback up. You can knock the quarterback out the game. Bump and run, you can bump and run. Matter of fact, you can't hit offensive players anymore, or it's roughing the passer. It's what they call it now. What they call it now? Like when a receiver go over the middle and then the safety blow him up. A defensive player. That didn't exist when you was in the field. Now it's different rules. So you telling the young boys, yeah, when that receiver come across the middle, knock his head off. Guess what? It's a flag every single time. Matter of fact, not only is it a flag, you're getting fined, and if you do it again, you're getting ejected. So you're giving them the blueprint to the
How to fail,
game,
low
to
key.
old rules. So now they're gonna fail following your blueprint.
Listen,
The game changed.
But imagine never even being in the league and dismissing what someone who was in the league said. That's where you're at. With
I'm in the Hall of Fame, nigga.
No, but what I'm telling you is these young
Hall of Fame.
These young dudes is in college and high school trying to get to the league, and you like a person who played 20 years ago can still teach you how to play today. That's what coaches are. That's what they played a long time ago. So you gotta understand something. The fundamentals will never
They
change.
also say they failed.
No, they didn't, because they old. They got old. That's why we all get.
When you
all
was
age
in the
out.
league,
You could be a coach with no rings though.
we all age out.
when you was in the league, Bill Russell was the only 7-footer, and all he was doing was hook shots.
Right.
We got
Now that wasn't Bill Russell, bro.
that was Bill Russell, nigga. Fuck you talking about? That was Bill Russell.
Cut from the Lakers that was doing it.
No.
I'm talking about Kareem.
Bill Russell was doing hooks too.
Bill Russell was dominating the
Bill
whole
Russell
fucking
ain't even
game.
7 feet.
Listen, when Bill Russell was in the league was like 95%. He was the only nigga in the league.
Now, it was more niggas.
It was a
than Bill
bunch of
playing.
Jerry Wesses.
That was Bill Russell. Only black person.
Then that's what I'm talking about.
But he wasn't doing the hook.
See, stop throwing different names
I
out.
remember Bill Russell doing the hook.
Nah, what I'm saying is the league changed. There's no Stephs. There's no LeBrons. This is a different league. These niggas have different talents. They're jumping out the gyms now. They can shoot threes from fucking half court now on demand.
There really is no.
It's different, bro.
It's no too much of a wrong perspective. Generalizing, it just depends what audience you really talking to and what really people looking for. If you talking to niggas that's looking for wives at that age, you might have some more game. But to go back to say he's not wrong either, because if, at the choice of wanting to be married, 9 times out of 10, a lot of niggas could have been married if that's what their intentions was. Your intention was just different at 19 versus somebody, like I said, that get a lot of women where they're not even thinking about settling down. Most niggas was focused on the bag and getting to where they're trying to get to than thinking about having a wife by their side. So now, but it is a different playing field. Regardless of what you want to fucking say, a woman can inbox a nigga from across the fucking world. That did not exist, cuz. They only met the people around their neighborhood, at their jobs, and wherever the fuck they went naturally, the grocery
parties.
store, and the house party.
The only time they see niggas from
other
other cities
hoods are different shit.
at the parties on Friday night, Saturday
Yeah.
night. Like, oh, he from Carson. Oh shit, them Compton niggas was in here. Oh, them Watts niggas was in here. But Monday through Friday, you didn't see nobody.
Fat women didn't have the capability of getting men the way they do now.
When a bitch was fat, when you married your wife, guess what? They were begging for hugs. Fat bitches now have OnlyFans, and guys that got fat bitch fetishes are sending them money. So now,
we love too, man. Why you?
no, fat bitches.
we not
hold on,
knocking them.
hold
We ain't
on.
shaming them.
Fat bitches got some of the best pussy. Let's not get that.
We know you tell me.
I'ma keep it real.
I was gonna put him on blast if you would have said something else.
I'm gonna keep it real. But hold on. Katie, promote your cocktail book again. Where
I
they
think we
can
need to
find
toast
you.
before we get up
Where
outta
can
here.
they purchase the book? Let them know where they can purchase these robes.
Oh, ooh la la. Okay, right. So we're going to go with, you can buy it on Amazon, Once Upon a Cocktail, West Hollywood. Look out for the TV show, and thanks for having
Oh, hold
Oh,
on.
the
You didn't even
TV
tell us about
show.
the TV show.
Nah, we gotta elaborate on that.
Let them know about the TV show.
TV show is coming. It's 6 months out before it airs, but it's coming.
Don't talk about it. You might jinx it. Just
I know.
listen.
No. The ink is already signed, right?
It still can get
So
jinxed.
fucking wet.
Nah, you right. Don't get too deep. Just
It's
know
wet?
the show is coming.
Hey, she said it's still wet.
Don't
Okay,
press it.
cool.
Still wet.
Leave it alone. Okay, is this on a major network? Is this going to be streaming? Is this a Netflix deal, or you can't let the cat out the bag just yet?
No cat.
No cap.
No
cap.
Okay, no cap.
Word to Scarface. Always tell the truth, even when I lie.
He's
Don't let that go over your head.
Hey, when he gets drunk, he turns into Scarface. In case you didn't know, this little Tony Montana. Hey, but look, go follow my girl. We gonna have her. This was a real interesting topic. But when the
I want
TV,
you back, but you have me back. I've been
we're
working.
definitely gonna have you back.
Dating part 2 because I'm gonna bring shit next time.
Okay, definitely part 2. Look out
in.
for the TV show. Look out for the cameo VwP podcast. We just want to do a walkthrough and promote the show. But yeah, for sure, follow my girl. Go cop the cocktail book on Amazon. They got like
cocktail?
55 different cocktail recipes. So
Damn,
all your
cuz, I got a
game
damn
nights.
nut in my shit. It's over.
See, he's maxed, like I said.
Hey,
If you got a game night, they got a cocktail recipe for every single guest. You got any final words, Ruckus?
Oh, yeah, just have
Get
a
married.
great day. Get married. Listen, there's an old saying, history favors the bold. Don't listen to these incels. These dudes out here scared. These dudes scared to get married. I don't get married because she's going to take half my stuff. Nobody who wasn't married ever did anything great in the history.
Who
You can't
fears
even be
marriage?
president if you ain't married. You can't even be prime minister of UK if you ain't married. Don't listen to these dudes. These dudes will have you out here lonely, crying, dick dry, just getting laughed at.
they don't
Listen to
do
me.
Hey, ask these
Hold on, tell him again, Katie.
hold on.
Tell him again, Katie.
Ask these same dudes as they lonely and crying out here miserable with that.
Hey, never
Yeah.
listen to a fat nigga who uses the word incel. That's just number one.
Tell
Any
trying to
final
say
words,
it's too
Katie?
cool.
You can't roll over at night
Hey,
and get
we-
some pussy whenever you want to, nigga. You
Nigga,
live
we
wrong.
can.
That's it.
That's not
What you
me.
talking about? Yeah.
Who he talking to?
I don't know. You ain't talking to me.
There's people watch this
You
shit.
got any final
Yeah,
words?
nah, you act like you was throwing your subliminals
Hey.
and shit.
I'm trying to make a
the
last
next
final
show,
toast for the
we
guys.
gonna get a lie detector test in here. Guaranteed, I fuck more women at by 20 than he has now in his life. Because his body count ended at 20.
I don't want to have sex with
Okay, so you don't have that much experience.
I don't want to have sex with a lot of
Okay, for sure.
Okay.
We two different
I
guys.
want to keep the jewels precious.
And that's how you should talk.
Hey, to the young boys, get experience before you get married because it's a different ball game. These women is treacherous. You need to get a couple bodies under your belt. You gotta get experience with women so you can learn the flaws and you can learn the good signs. You can learn the red flags and you can learn what you know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, just tap in when I'm not off the, what is this?
Yak, nigga.
Martingale.
When I'm not off the martingale, I got a piece for you.
He wanted to let everybody know that I'm toe up cup, Max in his bitch. That's all he's trying to throw it off of him. But yeah, know what you want. That's the biggest thing. Half the motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they want. You can take advice from a million people, but if you don't know what you want, it ain't gonna never get you nowhere when it come to women or whatever, man.
Share, like, subscribe to the channel, the VwP podcast. We out of here.
Easy.
Bang. Toast.
Come on, my guys. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit out the bottle.
Ain't no handouts, I did it from the ground up. In the streets, thugging hardest where they found us. Got a problem, nigga, watch my troopers mount up. My bitches bang too, and you a lame though. You niggas ain't outside, yeah, we came through. You want your lights up, we put you on the shade.